Twins in Detroit, top of the second, no score. Dustin Moore facing Mike Maroff, 1 on. That's deep, that's gone. Twins up 2-0. Brad Radke, the ace on the hill, getting some defensive help. Bottom of the fourth, Omar Infante at the plate. The chopper, Cristian Guzmán, the bobble, but he'll still get the out at first. Take a closer look. Infante, what's his problem? He stops running because he thinks Guzmán made a clean play on it. What'd he learn? Radke facing Carlos Pena. Radke retired 18 straight at one point. Bottom 7, Dimitri Young. Thinks the ball is foul, but it rolls fair. Young, guess what? Failed to run it out. Alan Trammell not thrilled. You better change those habits, skipper, and he knows it. Top of the 8th, Twins up 2-1. A.J. Pierzynski. Pierzynski, the solo homer, and the Twins win.
Bouncer could find some trouble Wednesday in Wednesday night starter. 20-year-old phenom Jeremy Bonderman, the youngest player to make the Tigers opening day roster since Alan Trammell back in 1978. And Trammell, the manager, gave Bonderman the ball against the Twins after a much ballyhooed spring. Tiger fans have their fingers crossed this guy's the real deal, but Jock Jones takes him deep and gone in the second. A 2-run shot, first of the season, 3-0 Twins. Top 4. It's 4-1 Twins. Runners on the corners for Torii Hunter, who finds the deepest part of Comerica for a bases-clearing triple. 6-1 Twins. Bonderman, 4 innings, 9 hits, 6 earned, 5 Ks. Still lots more left in this young man's career. Earned himself some words of encouragement. Afterwards, 3 more rookies came out, made their Major League debuts. Wilfredo Ledesma, Chris Sperling, and Matt Ronan. First time ever, 4 rookies made a Major League debut in the same game.
Blue Jays, Frank Catalano taking Rick Reed's first pitch over the wall, through the woods, into center. His first of the year, Blue Jays up 3-1. Your next pitch, your next batter. Vernon Wells, home run to left field. Reed is guaranteed $8 million next season. If he pitches 194 2/3 this year, he's going to need to do better than that. Reed gone, Wells gone again. 3-run homer to left of Tony Fiore, his second home run of the year. Blue Jays win 7-2, avoid first 0-4 start in franchise history. Blue Jays ruined the Twins home opener Friday. Bottom 9, Jack Jones on third with 1 out. Torii Hunter thinking game winner. Pete Walker thinking comebacker. Walker gets Hunter and eventually gets out of the inning. We go to the top of the 10. Teams would strand a combined 26 runners on base. Eric Milton leaving 3, and he'll be leaving the game as well. Milton called out on the appeal to third base, slams his bat and gets tossed by the home plate ump. You can play umpire at home, and you may be able to read lips as well. Right? Oh, I think, that's not repeatable. Top 11, Josh Phelps said he was looking for the high fastball. Eddie Guardado delivers the high fastball. High and goodbye. The Twins all-star closer unable to close the deal. No coffee for him. Blue Jays win 4-3. Wash your mouth out.
Blue Jays Twins. John, this highlight is way too long for me. I need your help.
Okay, Carlos Delgado, a 2-run homer to center, second of the year.
Thanks for the breather, man. Twins 101-61 at the Yankee Dome the last 2 years. They're swept at home for only the 3rd time in the last 2 years. Blue Jays win the game 8-1. Thanks for the
Twins in the Bronx for the Yankees home opener, which was snowed out from Monday. And how did they get rid of that snow? They put it in the dugout and they hosed it down. Top 4, Torii Hunter. Runners on first and second. Hideki Matsui, nice play out there to hold him to 1 run. Andy Pettit allowed 3 runs on 5 hits and 5 2/3. It was 3-1 Yankees after a Robin Ventura home run in the 5th. Matsui is on deck here, and Joe May is going to give Bernie a free pass, and that'll load him up for Matsui. Base is full. 3-2 pitch. Godzilla! Matsui, the first Yankee ever to hit a grand slam in his Yankee Stadium debut, and the first since Horace Clark in '65 to have his first career home run go for a grand slam.
Yanks game time temp, well, it's a deep freeze by New York standards, merely brisk for Minnesotans, maybe a windbreaker. Mike Mussina, 18-2 in his career against the Twins. Corey Koski's a twin. Torii Hunter, he's a twin. Cristian Guzmán, yep, he's a twin. Mussina, 8 innings, 8 Ks, 1 run, but it was unearned. Bottom 5, Yanks trailing 1-zip. Jorge Posada, Kyle Lohse. Oh, that was the first ball that Lohse let get out of the infield, and it got clear out of the yard. Posada's third were tied at 1 after a strikeout to Robin Ventura. Same inning, Romanesi into the stands. Not much of a fight for that ball. His first, Yanks take a 2-1 lead. Yanks 19 homers in their first 8 games, 1 shy of the AL record. Then Juan Acevedo Dustin Moore. Eric Milton makes the grab. Yanks win at 2-1. Acevedo, Milton. Good work for Rivera and Jeter there.
Hosting the Twins, David Wells, his first home start this season. Let's flash back. Wells back in May of '98. Remember this? His perfect game against these same Twins. Who could forget? Yeah. Top of the second, scoreless. Can you tell my excitement? Are you watching? All right.
The Yankees always.
Yeah, always. Wells.
3-2.
So much for being distracted. Getting Matt LaCroix. Bottom 3, 2 on. Rick Reed. To Hideki Matsui. 3 hits for Godzilla. 3 hits for Bernie Williams. And right at that time, it's 2-0 the Yankees. Top of the 7th, still 2-0. Runner on first, Wells. Getting Mike Kadire looking. 72 of his 96 pitches were for strikes. And then Wells striking at Corey Koski for the last out. Hey, David, what'd you think of your effort?
Being back in New York, and I had some pretty good butterflies working, so I just try to find my strike zone, and I had it work. I had a great sinker today, and I pretty much stayed with that the whole game.
Complete game, and the Yankees starters 8-0 this year with an ERA just over 2.
Game losing streak into Toronto. Top 7, Luis Rivas.
Does not go. The pitch hit
To left center, and that is going to drop in. They wave Mike Kadire all the way from first. Rivas in there with a triple. He was 3 for 4 Friday. That tied it at 4. Jays down 5-4 in the 8th. Tom Wilson facing C.J. Romero, who is awesome. Minnesota snaps its 6-game losing streak. Kenny Rogers
to cover off the ball in the early going, but perhaps finding a little bit of that offense, and Kelvin Escobar didn't find much of anything for the Blue Jays today. 9th inning, we're tied at 4. He comes in a non-save situation. Luis Rivas hits it right back up the middle. He had 3 hits on the day. Jacques Jones did likewise with a single up the middle. He was 3 out of 5. The next batter, Denny Hocking, going to try to put down a bunt, and Escobar fires the thing to the backstop. Both runners advance, same at bat. Hocking gets the walk. Next batter is Corey Koski. Still in a tie game, bases loaded. Going to try to come home with it and cut off the run, and can't get it done. Rivas using the quickness down the line, put the Twins up 5-4. And get that bullpen ready. And Torii Hunter snaps out of an 0 for 16 slump. Base knock up the middle. Twins win it 9-6, and Escobar really got knocked around. 3 hits, 5 runs, a walk. His ERA sitting there at a big, giant, fat 27 at the moment, and the Twins finally show a little offense.
That's right. Torii Hunter scored a run. The first time he scored a run this year. Amazing for a cleanup guy in the 11th game of the year.
Twins trying to complete the sweep of Toronto. Top of the 8th, 6-3 Twins. That's Matthew LaCroix, and that's not coming back. A 3-run homer to dead center. The first of the season, it's 9-3 Twins. But take another look. Look where the ball lands. It goes off a window of the restaurant. Wow. 450 feet. The 3-game road sweep done.
Bottom 1, Torii Koski.
First base.
This Jeremy Bonderman. Carlos Painter to second. Drops throw coming back. Koski safe. Should have been an inning-ending double play. Instead, the Twins have a man on with 2 out for Torii Hunter. To the corner and right. Koski will score. Hunter has himself a double. He was 2 for 3, RBI number 10 on the year. Twins up 1-0 after 1. And the 8th, Kenny Rogers facing Dean Palmer. That'll end it. Kenny finished with 9 Ks, 7 hits through 8. Twins win 6-0. Detroit has lost 15 in a row against Minnesota. So Soriano leading off for the Yanks. He yanks that one, his 6th of the year. 10th career leadoff home run for Soriano and his 2nd this year. Bottom 1, Clemens rings up Torii Hunter and Doug Minkiewicz. That ends the inning. Top 2, Robin Ventura. Offensive support. Upper Deck is 4th, 2-0 New York, as Radke is waxed for 7 runs on 9 hits in 5. 2-1 in the 3rd, Cristian Guzmán to first. And look at the Rocket get over there. He's an old guy, but he still moves pretty good. They get the out. Top 4, Raul Mondesi. Mondesi's 4th. Yanks up 3-1. New York has hit 31 home runs this season and given up only 4. Bottom 4, Clemens, Luis Rivas. The Rocket allowed 1 run in 6 innings, struck out 8. His ERA now 2.08. Gets Torii Hunter in the 5th. Hunter 0 for 20 with 12 Ks lifetime against Clemens. Top 6, Jorge Posada. And that is into right. Ground rule double. Bernie comes in 4-1 Yankees. Top 7, Ventura already with 1 home run in the game. Make it to upper deck again, his 5th. 10th straight win against the Twins for the Yankees, 11-4. Clemens gets number 2, 9-6. 4th inning, Andy Pettit facing A.J. Pierzynski. 1-1 game here. Singles to left. Raul Mondesi's throw is a little bit offline. Bobby Kielty's in there. 2-1 Minnesota. Nick Johnson in the 5th. Torii Hunter just got his 2nd Gold Glove last night, and here's why. Hit his head down in that turf as he came back down. Got a horrible jump on this ball.
Behind that baggie is a bunch of different poles, and it looks like he rams into one, and then he hits his head on the carpet.
Same inning, Bernie. Another ball deep to center, and then Hunter's got another shot at this one. Did he get it? No.
Don't you love outfielders that sacrifice their body like that for you? Doesn't get any better.
2-run shot, Bernie's 3rd.
They eat free a lot, Jeff.
It's Raul Mondesi. Love that buffet. 4-2 Yankees. Mondesi's got 3 homers in 3 games. Bottom 9, Juan Acevedo. Oh, gets Dustin Moore his 3rd save. Yankees win 4-2. 11 in a row they have won against the Minnesota Twins. Yankee starters now 12-0. That is the longest season opening string in 50 years. Pettit, 7 1/3, 2-run, 6 hits, struck out 7. New York off to a franchise best 14-3 start. They did send $32 million Jose Contreras down to AAA Columbus, where he will now pitch every 5th day instead of working out of the bullpen. Randy Choate, 0-2 in AAA, comes up and rejoins the Yankees.
No Yankee team has ever opened the season winning 15 of 18. The 0-3 Yanks sat on the verge of that on Minnesota, and Jason Giambi sitting dead red in the 1st against Kyle Lohse. First 3 guys reached. First 3 guys all scored 3-0 Yanks.
That's not good.
No outs into the game. Giambi's 4th of the year. Top 3, 1-0 count. Kyle Lohse to Bernie Williams, and Joe Brinkman, the home plate ump, who takes his sweet time calling balls and strikes.
Usually
You can't tell if it's a strike with this guy, but it's called a ball.
2-0.
And the 2-0, and that's a 3-0. And Ron Gardner can't believe what he's seeing, because the next pitch, Bernie busts out the whooping stick. 4th home run of the year for Bernie. 4-0 Yanks, and Ron Gardner gets his 2 cents worth with Joe Brinkman and gets the gate. And Tom Kelly, 5 ejections in 2,300 and change games as a Twins manager. Gardner has already equaled that mark in just 179 games. Mike Messina, masterful as usual against the Twins. 20-2 all-time now against the Twins. 8 strikeouts in the day. Joe Torre, 700th win as Yankee manager.
After getting smacked around, swept by the Yanks, Twins on to KC, face the 14-3 Royals. Kenny Rogers, Joe Randa, get away. 3-run homer off the gambler. Randa's 4th of the year, 3-0 in favor of the team with the fountains at the ballpark. Top 6, 4-1. Runelvis Hernandez against Doug Minkiewicz. It's a shame we don't have a Runelvis Minkiewicz. Hernandez tipping his head to the crowd. 3 hits, 1 run, and 6 2/3. His ERA 1.1 zip. Bring on Mike McDougal to close things, holding a 4-1 lead in the 9th. Torii Hunter's going to single. Jock Jones will score. He's going to give up a couple of runs. 4-3 Royals with 2 on still, but McDougal strikes out Minkiewicz. Gets out of the jam to earn his 8th save. 4-3. The Royals continue to roll along, this time at home.
The White Sox in...
Catcher Mike DeFelice, the only Royal wearing a mask during the Twins game. Bottom 2, no outs. Mike Sweeney to short. Look at Cristian Guzmán. Sweetness gets his man Sweeney. 1 for his last 14 at that point. Bottom 4, I'm out. Sweeney, solo shot to right off of Radke. The Royals up 1-0. 4th home run of the year. He was 1 for 2. Radke gave up 2 earned in 8 innings. Top 7 now a 2-1 game. Mike Kadire up the middle. Carlos Fables flips to Angel Baroa. Your garden variety 4-6-3. Nice. Kadire 0 for 3. Top 9, 1 out. Important plot point. Tying run at 2nd. Mike McDougal on. Kadire to left field. And Torii Hunter, where are you going? 1 out, man. 1 out. Mental mistake. Double play ends the game. McDougal's 9th save in 9 chances. Royals win at 2-1. They are 16-3.
Twins, White Sox, Joe Mays, and the Twins come in 8 series in the first 7, all resulting in broom jobs. Twins swept the Tigers, who didn't. Twins swept by the Blue Jays. Twins swept by the Yankees. Twins sweep the Blue Jays. Twins sweep the Tigers again. Twins swept by the Yankees. Twins swept by the Royals. And there was a rain out in there, so it's all around. They come in with a 6-game losing streak. Frank Thomas, though, against Mays. Just some reckless eyeballing. Armando Rios, an air swing, and then Jose Valentin in the 4th is chilly. Mays lost a no-hitter in the 6th, but still just 1 run on 7 innings pitch, and then backing him up with some offense, Bobby Kielty. Oh, he killed that one. Oh, yeah, there. That was swell, eh? Twins go on to win at 6-1. Pencil them in for a sweep. And White Sox. Twins snapped a 6-game losing streak Friday. White Sox, bottom 4, 2-1 Sox. Miguel Ordonez, your pick to click off Kyle Lohse, which will disappoint Stu Clyburn. Sox go up 3-1. Ordonez 2 on the night, 5 on the season. Now we flash back to Friday, J.C. Romero, and he's plunking Ordonez. Well, earlier in the game, Mark Burley hit Doug Minkiewicz, which is Polish for whatever it was, hit me, I forget. Yeah. Back to Saturday then, Ordonez next at bat, and Lohse drills him in the back. Now that's just old school baseball justice. Don't get it, not sure I understand it, but that's what it is. And then fans getting on Minkiewicz. John Garland drills him. Well, that's not going to make anybody happy. The benches are going to come out. And, well, Megler says, I don't know if this is over or if it's going to stop, but oh goody, 17 meetings left to go between these two. Sox won at 7-4.
Only the IRS has better Aprils than Esteban Loaiza. He entered the game on Sunday with the best April winning percentage among active pitchers. After that, it's not so good. So he's going to make the most of his final April start of the 03 season. Cristian Guzmán for the Twins. 1 out into the game. We got controversy. Called safe by Doug Eddings, and Jerry Manuel loses his cool uncharacteristically. Eddings gives him the gate. Look what happened. You see, he tags him, Arrow, before the bag is touched by the foot, Arrow. But, you know, obviously the umpire doesn't have the benefit of the arrows. Top 4, Loaiza strikes out Corey Koski and then strikes out A.J. Pierzynski to close out the 6th. Loaiza, 5-0 on the...
Hosting the Devil Rays. Oh, local stars coming out on Minnesota's big sports night. Bob Dylan, Prince was there, Craig T. Nelson. You're not God, you're a typing teacher. And, of course, Mary Tyler Moore. Good to see MTM was in the house, as the kids say. Bottom 3, Jorge Sosa facing Corey Koski. And that's gone. Koski's third. It's 3-1 Minnesota. The Twins would lead 5-3 in the 9th. 2 outs. Everyday Eddie trying to close the door here. Terry Shumpert's the tying run. He's at the plate. Drama.
It is one more time.
Shumpert strikes out swinging. Guardado gets the job done, and the Twins win 5-3. They needed a 2. Minnesota had lost 8 of its previous 9 games.
Devil Rays and Twins, and this is going to hurt. Bottom first, 1-1 tie. 2 on for Torii Hunter. There is no I in team. There are 2 eyes in Torii. 3-run shot. Twins up 4-1. Hunter's third. Next batter, Bobby Kielty. Hi, have a welt. That's not good. Benches come out. Jeremy Davis issues a warning to both teams, and Brad Radke ignores the warning. He hits Toby Hall. He's ejected immediately. Later in the 6th, Johan Santana pitching to Marlon Anderson. You don't cross an Anderson.
Yeah, I know that.
Sometimes you do. You hit him in the back. Look, no retaliation. Anderson to first, but no ejection. Bottom 6 near Pierbrot. He goes Sean Estes on Corey Koski. Ouch. Pinella's thrown out. Pierbrot's tossed. 5 ejections in all. 4 hit batsmen. Twins win 8-5.
D-Rays Twins, bottom of the 13th. Jacques Jones facing Travis Harper with a tie game. Jones, that's deep. Rocco Baldelli, I don't know how he lost sight of this thing, but he did. Well, they are playing at the Metrodome, so that's been done before. Jones gets the ground rule double. Next batter, Cristian Guzmán, line drive. I think that's going to drop in the gap, and does. That'll score Jones, and that'll give the Twins the victory by the score of 6-5. 3 hits for Guzmán.
Sox, Red Sox just swept the Royals. Kyle Lohse, this game was zipping right along. Took them out in the bottom of the 7th at 8:57 Eastern time with a 5-0 lead. Nomar single to left. So LaTroy Hawkins now going to come on. Kevin Millar, hot shot. Nomar would score. Sox down 5-2. Now we're going to go to J.C. Romero, see if he can get somebody out. 5-4 game. Shea Hillenbrand playing a little wall ball. Trot does and scores. Tied at 5. Johan Santana. Not exactly supernatural. Johnny Damon batting. Sack fly to left. Bill Miller scores. Red Sox have taken the lead. By the way, 9:25 Eastern time. Nomar pops out the end of the inning. 6 runs on 6 hits in the Red Sox 7th. Took them 28 minutes to play it. So top of the 8th, we get that started about 9:28 Eastern time. Still time to get all the kids in bed. Ramiro Mendoza came on in relief with Kevin Toller, and after that, Miro had a little bit of trouble against Matt LeCroy. We're tied at 6, so Alan Embry had to come on. 2-1 from Mike Kadire, single to right center. Torii Hunter would score. 7-6 Twins. Jason Shield now on to relieve Alan Embry. Now 11-6 Twins. Nearly 10 o'clock at night. 9:59 Eastern Time. Lee Croy grounds out 6 runs on 7 hits in 31 minutes. The whole game just lasted 3:14. Those 2 halves nearly took an hour. 11-7 Twins win.
Pedro dazzling the Twins at Fenway. Top 2. He rings up Todd Sears. Pedro struck out the side in the second. Top 3. Put that K up there. Jock Jones swinging at a breaking ball. Martinez 5 Ks through 3. Top 5. Pedro working quickly. First pitch to Bobby Kielty. That's a fly out to right field, and Todd Sears is the next batter. He will look at strike 1. Second pitch, going to take a hack. Third pitch, strike 3. 4 pitches, 2 outs for Martinez. With that bullpen by committee deal, he's got to be economical like that. Next batter, Dustin Moore. 22 total pitches for Pedro in the 5th, 6th, and 7th innings. Bottom 6, 6-1 Sox. They are loaded for former Twin David Ortiz to right. All 3 runs are going to score, and it is 9-1 Boston. Meanwhile, Pedro is trying to finish his first 9-inning complete game since August of 2000. Top 9, 2 outs. He brings up Matthew Lecroy. Red Sox win 9-1. Pedro, the 5-hitter. No walks, 12 Ks, a season high. He threw only 95 pitches.
Like it. The Red Sox are really feeling good about themselves after Pedro's complete game, and this will screw any team up. Throw Tim Wakefield next. 9-2, 3.99 career ERA against the Twins. Todd Sears flies out. Johnny Damon. We're going to challenge that arm. Good challenge. Koski's safe. Look at Wakefield backing up the catcher, Doug Mirabelli. So we throw down a second. Who's at second? Kevin Millar. Well, who's at first? Wakefield's at home. I think he's going to get back there in time. Oh. Twins down a run, 4-3. Next batter, Tim Wakefield. Mike Kadire. Oh, that stung. That's fair. And just like that, a 4-1 lead has disappeared. It's 4-4. We're not even in the bullpen yet. Top 7. Minnesota's up 6-4. And Nomar's throw on that relay goes into the hot dog vendors. Jason Shell, Torii Hunter. Shea Hillenbrand, he's got it. He's coming home. Oh, boy. Twins up 7-4. 19 men to the plate in that 6 for Minnesota. They go on to win 9-4.
How about this? Twins and D-Ray. Jock Jones was impressive. Jones leading off the game facing Steve Paris. That's gone. Jones leads the major leagues of the last 2 seasons with 12 leadoff homers. That's 1 ahead of Alfonso Soriano. Now top of the 3rd, it's 3-0 Twins. Jones facing Paris again. And Jacques says, merci beaucoup. Neil taught me that. Yeah. 4-0 Minnesota. Jones' 3rd homer of the year. It's 6-0 in the 4th. A high hopper up the middle. Jones held up at first with a single. Jacques now 3 for 3. It's 6-0 in the 6th. Jones again. Oh, my goodness. He's going for the hat trick of homers, but he'll take the double. Top of the 9th, 6-2 Twins. Jones a triple shy of the cycle, 4 for 4 at the moment. Victor Zambrano on the mound. Zambrano the pitch. In the hole, Ray Ordonez the backhand, and Jones would beat it out. He goes 5 for 5. He sets a career high with 12 total bases in the
Minnesota and Tampa Bay bottom 4. Rays down 4-1 against Joe Mays, whose ERA is near 10 in 3 career starts at Tropicana Field. Toby Hall, RBI single. Al Martin, RBI single. A couple batters later, Carl Crawford. RBI bloop double just inside the left field, the left line. That's fair. And the next batter, Rocco Baldelli. RBI single. 10 batters, 7 hits, 5 runs later. It's 6-4 Tampa Bay. Top 5, Joe Kennedy coming off that complete game 1 hitter against Detroit on Friday. Gives up a leadoff jack to Bobby Kielty. Same frame. AJ is going to call his granny. Pierzynski with his first career slam. Twins send 11 to the plate, go on to win 11-6. They've now won 10 straight.
D-Rays top of the 2nd, men on 2nd and 3rd. Twins up 2-zip. Luis Rivas. Rivas pops one up. It's shallow. Ray Ordonez was more RBIs than any Met. Great defensive play, but that's not the only incredible part of this play. Take a look. Rivas swinging, breaks the bat. The arrow, we point out the part of the bat that Doug Mankiewicz has to dodge at 3rd. Mankiewicz stays at 3rd. Bottom 9, D-Rays down 5-0. Lohse. Lohse, his second career shutout. The Twins beat Tampa for the 11th straight time.
Pedro on the mound in Minnesota. Red Sox opening a 3-game set against the Twins. Let's flash back to last Saturday, May the 3rd. Martinez was dazzling. A complete game, 5-hitter, struck out 12 Twins at Fenway Park. Friday, though, the command not as effective in a return date with Minnesota. Leadoff hitter Jock Jones leads off with a single to center field. Cristian Guzmán is the next guy up, and he chops one off the plate. That's an infield single. So the Twins have something going here early against Pedro. 2 batters later, it's Todd Sears. He knocks it into center. Jones scores, and it's 1-0 Twins. 2 men on in the second. Sears up again. Jason Varitek wants it inside. Pedro gets it up and over. And Sears, just 38 career Major League at-bats, gets his first big league home run, a 3-run shot. It's 5-0 Minnesota. Pedro shaking his leg. Grady Little out there to talk. Grady said it's a groin thing. Here you can see Pedro, something clearly not right there. They will check Martinez out on Saturday. He threw just 83 pitches, his shortest outing of the year. 5 runs on 8 hits in 5. Twins win 5-zip. They have won 9 of 10.
Red Sox and Twins from the Metrodome. Pedro not expected to miss his next start with a groin strain. Bottom of the first, Matt LaCroix off Tim Wakefield. 2-run shot, his 4th of the year. Game tied at 2 after the first. Well, LaCroix just getting started. Bottom of the 6th, still tied at 2. LaCroix facing Wakefield again. Same result, except this time it's a solo shot. 2nd of the game, 5th of the year. Twins up 3-2. LaCroix driving in all 3 Twins runs so far. Top of the 8th, game tied at 4. Jeremy Giambi facing Juan Rincon with the bases loaded. Giambi lifts the fly to center. Torii Hunter makes the catch and comes up throwing. So Manny bluffs toward the plate. Ball gets away from A.J. Pierzynski. No one gets home to cover, and Manny comes in to score. Hunter charged with an error. Bottom 9, Twins down 6-5. LaCroix facing Brandon Lyon, and the bullpen by committee delivers this time. LaCroix can't deliver. Red Sox win at 6-5. Wakefield gets the win.
Lowe trying to whittle down his road ERA, which is a spinal tap-like 11.
Ouch.
Actually, and change, and oh goodness, it would get worse here. Bottom 2, 1 love. Twins, 2 on, 2 out. Luis Rivas facing Lowe, and that's down into the corner. It's a big-time deal, almost as big as the start of walleye season, which started Saturday. 2 love Twins. Jock Jones in the second. Smokes one down the first base line as well. A.J. Pierzynski and Rivas come in to score. Jones with a triple after trot. Doesn't trot, he stumbles. Jones 3 for 5, 2 RBI. 4 love home team. Bottom 4 bases are drunk full of Twins, and Guzmán off of Lowe into the gap, and whoopsie, Jeremy Giambi no good. 7-0 Twins. Lowe, 4 innings pitched, 6 earned runs, 10 hits. The ERA up to 11.5 and change on the road. Top 9, here come the Sox. Everyday Eddie. Shea Hillenbrand with the bases loaded. That finds some real estate, no more, and Manny come in and tap the dish. It's 9-8 Twins. The Sox won't die. Bill Miller, 3-2 pitch. Miller with a grounder to Guzmán. Routine, right? Hold on now. Doug Minkiewicz, is he on the bag? Oh, yes, indeed, says Blue. One more look. Miller's down and also out. Difficult to say for certain, but regardless, the Twins hold on to win 9-8. They've won 10 of 12. Boston 9-3, though.
Royals in Minnesota. Rich Gannon, former Viking, throwing out the first pitch. How come Sean Salisbury never throws out first pitches anymore? He gives back to the community. Top 4, Angel Baroa off Joe Mays. Torii Hunter sticks the landing. Bottom 4, Hunter now facing Jeremy Affeldt. His 5th. Twins down 2-1, but Affeldt allowed only 2 runs. 7 hits in 6 innings, struck out a career-high 8. Here's a top 10 play nominee in the 5th.
Miranda back to the mound. 1, 6, 3. Did they get all the outs? You bet they did.
That was probably one of the ugliest double plays you'll ever see.
This is a nice scoop by Minkiewicz, though. 2 outs in the 5th. Next up, Carlos Beltran, and it's deep enough. His 4th. He was 3 for 4. Mays tagged for 3 runs on 6 hits in 7. Here comes Mike McDougal. Hasn't had a save since April 26th, facing A.J. Pierzynski. 1 on, 2 outs. Joe Randa, the Joker. Royals win 3-2. KC now 17-3 versus division opponents, including 3-0 against the Twins.
Royals are 3-0 against the Twins this season. All 3 W's have been by 1 run. They're 3.5 back of the Royals in the Central, and Torii Hunter's not impressed. We're going to win, trust me. They have to keep this up until July before I believe it. Bottom 9, KC up 2-1. Mike McDougal Facing pinch-hitting Bobby Kielty. He's battling sore ribs, but he battles there. Chris Gomez scores McDougal's third blown save in 14 chances. Bottom 10, Albie Lopez, A.J. Pierzynski. Looks like a double play ball, but Desi Relaford's throw is off. Ken Harvey can't glove it. Pierzynski down to third. And that's going to bring up Todd Sears and the sound.
A high blast, left center field. Beltran chasing it. This ball's hit deep, and it's gone! A walk-off home run for Todd Sears! Unbelievable!
Sears' first home run came off Pedro Friday, and then this walk-off, 4-2 Twins. Not a bad week for
Game lead after Tuesday's walk-off win for the Twins. Top four, Rick Reed pitching. Michael Tucker, deep drive. Dustin Moore, give me some glove. Let's take another look. Moore with a play that could earn him a spot on our SportsCenter top 10. We'll have to see. Rick Reed says, dude, good looking out. Next batter, Joe Randa, into center. Torii Hunter. We may have two Twins on our SportsCenter top 10. And Reed says, boy, I'm going to be picking up a lot of tabs on the road. Bottom four, Matt LaCroix at the plate.
Kansas City Royals.
Look out, right in the face from Ronelvis Hernandez. LaCroix goes down. Blood dripping from his nose. Take a look at it. Ouch. Had to leave the game. Broken nose for LaCroix. Top five, Doug Minkiewicz in right field making his first ever start in the outfield. Brent Maine, a soft liner. Minkiewicz can't quite get there. E for effort, but C for clumsy. Bottom eight, Albie Lopez pitching. It's 7-0 Twins. Minkiewicz, he's played at the plate before. Cristian Guzmán coming all the way around from first. But he's thrown out at the plate. Minkiewicz 3 for 5 with a run, 2 doubles, and an RBI. Lopez has some words for third base coach Al Newman for sending the runner with a 7-0 lead. Ron Gardenhire comes out and says, you want it with us? Minkiewicz gets into it with Lopez from third base. And then both benches clear. Lots of pushing and shoving. No ejections, but a shutout. Twins take it 7-0.
Royals and Twins trying to get their back on, I'm told. Bottom 8 bases are chucked. 5-4 Royals.
We won't beat the Wolf all night. No
Daryl May walks. Corey Koski, Luis Rivas scored. That is the cheapest RBI in the game. We are tied up at 5. Oh, the plate doesn't move, son. Bottom 12 tied at 5 still. Jacques Dwayne Jones, you get in this house right now. Angel Baroa, the great stop, turns the 6-4-3 double play. That's a top 10 plays nominee. Look at him there. Turn the game-saving deep piece, so there's still a chance for the visiting team. We go to the 14th now. A lot of baseball being played here on a Thursday. Bases loaded, no outs. Raul Ibanez, infield drawn in, and that's just a little flare that'll get down. Oh, those will hurt you. Joe Randa scores. 9-5-14 Royals 3. White Sox and Twins. Mark Buehrle has lost his last 5 starts. Hasn't won since April 10th. It's a tragic story. Flashback September 28, 2002. Buehrle on his way to his 20th win. It was his last start of the year. Then it went awry. Bobby Kielty, a 2-run homer preventing that. Buehrle ends up with 19 wins. Well, Friday, Buehrle has Kielty nightmares again. Kielty, 2-on, takes Buehrle, left center, and out. 4-2 Twins, Kielty's 6th of the year, and, well, he was just getting started. With the bases loaded in the 4th, it's 6-2, home team, and Kielty again, this time a single, a couple more runs will score. A career high 5 RBIs. Buehrle, 3 1/3, 10 hits, 10 runs. The Twins, 20 hits, 18 runs total. The Sox, well, they got 3.
Minnesota crossed home plate 18 times Friday and beaten the White Sox. Bottom 1, no score. Man on second for Corey Koski. He singles to right. Now, Cristian Guzmán's going to hold at third, but Armando Rios misses the cutoff man, and the ball takes funny bounces, and Guzmán scores. Twins up 1-0. Top 7, Ken Harrelson with the call of the day.
That ball hit high and deep into center field. Stretch! Stretch! Back there, you can. No!
Torii Hunter robbing Carlos Lee, and then Torii was, well, he's good enough to come out afterwards and explain it all.
I go back on the ball, and I'm looking up. I can't take my eye off the ball and look at the warning track like most stadiums you can. So I just try to brace myself, catch the ball up, and take the hit.
Yeah, when you're hitting just 215, you better be golden with that glove. Twins golden, they win it 3.
On Sunday, Esteban Loaiza looking for his 8th win of the year. Bottom 1, first batter, Loaiza schools Jock Jones at 347 hitter. Bottom 2, Doug Minkiewicz on third. Minkiewicz Watch what happens when Miguel Olivo picks him off. Minkiewicz goes down. Ron Gardner looking like whodunit and ran. How did it happen, HR?
Well, watch him step on Doug Creedy's right foot there. He twists his ankle. He's going to be out a long time. I expect him to go on a disabled list with an injury like that.
Top three, 1 on 2 outs. Peace. Jose Valentin, 2-run shot. 9th homer of the year, 22 RBI, 2-zip Chicago. And HR, how was Lohse just schooling them kids?
You know what? He's been ahead of hitters all season, getting that first pitch fastball, then it sets up his cutter, sets up his changeup, sets up his breaking ball. Again, it gets Jock Jones.
6 innings, 1 earned run, 8 hits. Bottom 8, 2 on Chicago. Tom Gordon, the wild pitch. Torii Hunter, who's hitting just .216, but he's got glove and he's got wheels and he ties the game at 2. Still bottom 8. A.J. Pierzynski grounded to first. Paul Konerko throws to second for 1 out, but Valentin's throwback to first is wide. Dustin Moore scores. Harold, how did Valentin's throw get away from him?
Well, it's a very difficult double play. One, because the first base was so deep, but now you got the pitcher on the run, so you got to throw a pass, really, to hit him on the fly. Doesn't hit him. Ends up as a result, and they get a run.
Valentin's 9th error of the year, and then D'Angelo Jimenez. Kid getting his hit on, hitting .308 against lefty Eddie Guardado. Decision time for Jerry Manuel. Tony Graffinito pinch hitting for Valentin because Valentin against lefties, no homers, hitting .156. Graffinito, not much better. Struck out. Twins win the game.
Time since last year's American League Division Series. First inning, Hudson gets Jock Jones to start the game, and in the second gets Bobby Kielty, and the third gets Dustin Moore. Sensing a pattern here, bottom 3, Ramon Hernandez. He will pop one up along the first base line, and here comes Todd Sears, and he will stick the landing. Oh, that's gorgeous. Looking good in place of the injured Doug Minkiewicz. His name is a lot easier to say also. Last time the Twins were in Oakland, A.J. Pierzynski made some enemies with his post-game celebration in Game 5 after Minnesota won the division series, and don't think that the A's don't remember that. 2-1 Oakland in the 5th. Rick Reed, Juan Hernandez, Pierzynski, now he's talking again. Reed gets into it. Both benches clear. No fighting. Nobody thrown out, though. And it's getting a little dicey.
And here come the benches.
Home plate ump Doug Eddings warning both managers. A lot of pushing, a lot of shoving. A melee, a brouhaha. Donnybrook. Hudson hits Kielty. Bench is clear again. Here we go. And again, nobody is thrown out. Hudson had it going. Allowed 1 run on 5 hits and 8. Did not walk anybody. Struck out 5. A's beat.
17 straight decisions in Oakland. Miguel Tejada. Eric Burns will try to score on that. Torii Hunter couldn't care less. Hunter all over this. Getting Burns at home. Great throw, and it saved the run. Bottom 2nd with A's up 1-0 against Mark Ellis in the gap. Is this a nominee for SportsCenter Top 10? Yes, Hunter with a dirt facial. Where do you rank this one, Torii?
I'll rank that probably one of like top, maybe 10. Yeah. Because, you know, the other play in the Metrodome, robbing a home run, I think that was #1.
There's so many, it's hard to rank them.
That's not fair.
Barry Zito to Hunter with a man on. Actually, after the game, Hunter called this homer better than that catch. His 7th homer, we're tied at 2. 1 of 5 hits allowed by Zito in a no decision. Eddie Gallardo facing Ellis. Fly ball. Dustin Moore races over. And a fan wearing a Raiders hat does that. Said Moore later, I was watching the ball in my glove. Next thing I know, I'm getting smashed in the head. Fan interference. Twins win 4-3.
Twins and A's under God's own sunshine. Oakland. There's Torii Hunter. Of course, you remember Wednesday, Hunter getting out there making the great diving catch in center field, which is routine for him. Back Thursday, bottom 3rd, Hunter actually having troubles in the outfield. That's off Eric Chavez over his head. Hey, you know what? I'm sure there were days when Olivier just didn't want to act either. Hunter, not so good there. Chris Singleton, Scott Hatterberg scores. Chavez, the triple A's lead 3-2. But Hunter, with the bases loaded in the 4th, yeah, Olivier couldn't hit. Hunter, single to left field.
How do you know?
Guzmán scores. Twins lead 5-3. I'm watching him play. 6-5. Twins win. Everyday Eddie. 12 save.
Height. Twins in Seattle. Brad Radke, Jamie Moyer. Top 1. Torii Hunter. This off Moyer. This is gone for a home run, but Mike Cameron's bringing it back. Let my Cameron go. Take another look. You know, that junior trade worked out pretty well. Cameron follows the ball right into his glove. Bottom 1 now. Cameron facing Radke. Dramatic pause. Doubles to right scoring Edgar Martinez. 3-0 Mariners as Radke allowed 2 earned, 5 runs overall on 9 hits
in only 5 innings. Top 7 now. It's 5-2 Seattle. Cristian Guzmán at the plate. Jock Jones is on second. There's 1 out. Guzmán to center. But Jones thinks there's 2 out, so he starts jogging in. Uh-oh. Cameron unassisted DP. Mariners win the game 5-2.
He won his last 2 starts. First inning, Jock Jones to Brett Boone making the good play. And, well, Jones did go 2 for 5 in his batting, .345. Kyle Lohse, 1 win in his last 6 starts. And this is going to be his first 1-2-3 inning of the season. Gets Boone right there. And top of the second, Pinheiro. The changeup to A.J. Pierzynski. That's foul. And, well, Joel doesn't change his pitch and throws another changeup. You'll get no change from that. 4th home run of the year. Pierzynski crushes it. It's 3-0 Twins. Bottom 2, Lohse getting Mike Cameron, 1-2-3. Bottom 3, Dan Wilson making the blooper reel. Another 1-2-3 inning. Bottom of the 6th, Johnny O ground into second. The 4th 1-2-3 inning for Lohse. Bottom 7th, Mark McLemore. Another 1-2-3 inning. We've got a theme. Bottom 9, Randy wins. Sit down. 7 Ks, 6 hits, 2 earned. 7-2 Lohse, complete game winner.
The Twins, top 5, Jock Jones, 1 to right field. Chris Gomez will try for 3rd, but y'all, didn't you see Ichiro's arm his first year in the league? Nice cutoff. Carlos Guillen fires to first to get Jones at first. Take another look. Heads up play by Guillen. Still 5th, Gomez on 3rd. Cristian Guzmán getting his hit on the right. Ichiro gets under it. Not only did Shorty have a hit in the game, not only is he hitting .317, doubled up Gomez. Take another look, Ichiro. Straight cannon from shallow right. That's crazy. Bottom 6, Guillen, 1 deep to center. Now, see, Torii Hunter, this just gets to be like old news. I mean, for anybody else, they'd be like, oh, man, no, he didn't. For Torii Hunter, it's just Torii Hunter's J.O.P. Bottom 9, Edgar Martinez, deep right field. Dustin Moore makes the leaping grab. Take another look. Martinez robbed by Moore. Give me more. Moore also had a hit and scored a run, hitting .318. Twins win 3-1.
Oakland at Minnesota. Kenny Rogers looking for career win number 150. So does the lefty have a chance to join the 300 club? Well, sure, if he can go another 15 seasons at his current pace and throw strikes at the age of 53. Maybe we should keep the goal at 150. Eric Burns' goal to make contact. He fails. Barry Zito had a no-hitter going through 3 1/3. Corey Koski with the no-no. His 7th hammers that fastball 424 feet, and it's 1-0 Minnesota. And that was about the only mistake Zito made. We'll go to the 6th. Cristian Guzmán can't get the breaking ball. 1 hitter for Zito through 7. The Koski homer, the only ball hit out of the infield. In the 8th, with the runner on second, there's now a runner on first as well. Zito hits A.J. Pierzynski. Next batter, pinch hitting Bobby Kielty. 0 for 8 career against Zito. Looks like he just went yard. Instead, it tastes like foul. Same at bat, different result. Oh, that's fair game. Kielty's 8th. He can't play every day because of a rib injury. He's a pain in Oakland's rear, and the Twins win it 4-3.
Back to the diamond. Twins and the A's. Bottom 2nd, down 3-0. 2 on for Doug Minkiewicz. That would be M-I-E-N-T-K-I-E-W-I-C-Z, because you know the spelling bee is on Thursday. 3-run blast, 4th of the season. We're tied at 3. He was 3 for 4. Jock Jones deep to left center. Chris Singleton going to try to make the catch, but you hate when you get the butt off his glove and over the wall home run. Twins lead 4-3. Now Minkiewicz again swinging the bat, and that go. Whoa! Look out for the security guard. Now she'll retrieve it. Look, she goes. Oh, I got that, but this part fell off. That's not so good. Minkiewicz would later single with the brand new bat. Next batter, Dustin Moore. Shot. That'll score Minkiewicz. 6th of the season, just trotting home. 6-4 Twins. 6 runs on just 6 hits. A's put together 13 hits. Couldn't get enough runs, though. Down 6-5. Terrence Long, Minkiewicz got that one. And look at that. Yeah, step on the bag. Double play. Twins hold on. 6-5. Extend their winning streak to 4 games.
The Twins have won 20 of their last 26 games. Seattle, the M's are 15 games over 500 and have won 20 of their last 26 games against the American League Central. Twins taking 2 of 3 from Seattle a week ago. What about Brad Radke? He's had his trouble against the Mariners. Ichiro batting .385 in his career against Brad Radke. Top of the 1st, Ichiro staying hot against Radke, ripping a single. Ichiro 2 for 5. He's hitting .313 this year. Next batter, Carlos Guillen. Up in the air that goes. Looks routine for everyone except Jacques Jones, who can't find it in the Metrodome lights. But Torii Hunter almost made that amazing catch, but didn't. Carlos Guillen, it's a double for him. 4 hits for Guillen. He's hitting .329. It's 1-0 Mariners as Ichiro came home. Meanwhile, another Radke nemesis, Edgar Martinez, hitting a career .381 against him. Edgar up the middle. Carlos Guillen would score 2-0 Seattle. Top of the 5th, 2-1 now. Brett Boone, go at it, baby.
And Boone does it this time with a towering high fly ball that is belted to deep left center field. There is number 200 for Brett Boone.
Dave Niehaus with a call at number 14 on the year. 4-1 now. What about John Olerud? Also Lohse facing Radke. A career .440 batter against him. Olerud ropes a ground rule double. Bottom 9, 1 on for Doug Mientkiewicz. This is a SportsCenter Top 10 nominee. Carlos Guillen, the flip to Boone, who barehands it, throws Mientkiewicz out at first. The 6-4-3 double play. Another look, a sensational play, and the Mariners win 10-6.
Team from Kansas City against a team that you...
At Minnesota, Kyle Lohse, undefeated in his last 5 starts. Ben Davis going to start the scoring for the M's with a single to score former Hawaii Winter Leaguer Randy Wynn. Jacques Jones, though, doing his Chuck Connors, rifleman to the plate. Jeff Cirillo, toasted. Bottom 2, Dustin Moore. Batting .405 in his last 10 games. Joel Pinheiro, unimpressed. Bottom 6, Pinheiro gets Cristian Guzmán swinging like Glenn Miller. Threw 121 pitches, 83 for strikes. Same frame, same result. Corey Koski's a voyeur. Bottom 7, Moore. Bouncer by Cirillo. Moore going to get greedy. Going way wide around first, right. Oh, he's out. Cirillo covers. Seattle wins its 4th straight 6-zip. Minnesota's been shut out by Seattle at least once each season.
The meeting of division leaders. Top 2, Edgar Martinez. Off Rick Reed. Jacques Jones is out there. Reed, 1.82 career versus Seattle, but he was tagged for 9 hits and 5 earned in 7 on Saturday. Top 5, Ichiro. High hop off the wall. Ichiro just 3 for 14 versus Reed coming in. But he was 3 for 4 off Reed on Saturday, his first triple of the year, and he would later score. It's a stand-up triple. Still top 5, Edgar. This one's over the wall, his 13th, and Seattle has a 4-0 lead. Top 7, it's then Ichiro guy again. And he will take 1 yard. A solo shot, his 5th. 5-1 Mariners. Ichiro with 44 hits in the month of May. Top 9 needs a double for the cycle, Doug Mientkiewicz. But the Mariners win 5-2. They've won 12 of 15. Seattle goes for the 4-game sweep Sunday. That'll be Freddie Garcia versus Kenny Rogers.
Andy Wynn.
Shot into left field for a base.
All right, let's get Carlos Guillen. Maybe a double play, get Rogers straightened out.
Not a good start.
Maybe a triple play. Boone's coming up.
No, I don't think so.
All right. Wynn scores, and the Mariners are up by a score of 1-0. Looking to sweep the 4-gamer. Edgar. Blooper. 4th straight Mariners hit. Guillen scores. It's 2-0. Mike Cameron yards. Oh, it's contagious now. We all got it. Boone scores. Mariners up 3-0. Greg Colburn, stop it. I mean, Rogers, you saw the dejected look. That's the 6th straight Mariner hit.
Oh, you know how frustrating it is when guys single you to death?
They're doing it here.
Bobby, you been around that?
Yeah, they really are lucky hits. But what are you going to do? Colburn scores 6-0 M's. Oh, we got one. Dan Wilson. Rogers finally out, but the Mariners 7 straight hits to start a game, 1 short of the Major League record, and the Mariners go on and roll by a score of 9-5. Not seen in this one was Brett Boone, who hit his 8th home run in his last 14 games. M's are 15-0. 15-0 in day games, and they sweep this puppy.
Division leaders, Twins and Giants at Pac Bell. No score in the 1st. Runner on 3rd, 2 out. Damian Moss facing Torii Hunter. Oh, that's deep, but how deep? It's deep enough to do this, to score Cristian Guzmán on the double. A team-leading 34 RBIs for Hunter. Twins up 1-0. Hunter 2 for 4. He's hitting .246. Giants down 2-0. Nobody on. 2 out. Joe Mays against Rich Aurelia. Hunter all over it. That's a SportsCenter Top 10 nominee. That ends the inning. Hey, you know what? Remember the last time Hunter and Bonds faced each other? The 2002 All-Star game. Bottom 1, Bonds was up at bat. You remember.
1-1 to Bonds. A high fly ball hit in the air right center field. Pretty deep. Outfielders back and jumping at the wall. And bringing it back is Torii Hunter of Minnesota.
Bonds flat out robbed by Torii Hunter. Spider-Man, and then Barry giving him the biz after. This time, back to the game. Bottom 4, Bonds up. Bonds gone. Waving the magic stick. SportsCenter top 10 nominee, I would think, is 14th, 627th of his career, but the Giants are down 3-1. It was 6-3, bottom 7, Bonds on deck. Bags full, Rich Aurelia doesn't give Barry a chance. 5-4-3 double play. Aurelia 0 for 4. He's hitting 261. Twins hold on for the win. Joe Mays wins his 7th. Hey, I know this might come as a shock, but the Giants have released Ruben Rivera.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, I can't imagine why, though. Oh, yeah, I can. A week ago, Rivera committing a base-running blunder for the ages. Isn't that right, John Miller?
And that was the worst base running in the history of the game.
Minnesota at San Francisco. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Barry Bonds has tripled. Benito Santiago at the plate. He's got 26 RBI in his last 22 games. Torii Hunter going to make the catch and keeps Bonds at third. Says, I owe you one from the All-Star game when you picked me up in the middle and threw me around like a little man. Bottom 8, Giants down 3-2. LaTroy Hawkins facing Rich Aurelia. That's a ground rule double. Marquise Grissom scores and ties this ball game at 3. Later in the inning, bases loaded for Edgardo Alfonso. He's batting just .221 this season. Mrs. C not happy with Fonzie. Bottom 9, bases loaded for Bonds facing Juan Rincon. Entering the game, .373 lifetime with the bases juice. .500 this season. Cruz Jr. scores, and the Giants win it 4-3. San Francisco Giants beat them Wednesday on a Barry Bonds RBI in the bottom of the 9th. Bonds batting .310, 14 jacks, 32 RBI. And, Doug Mankiewicz, he lives on Glove Street. Robs Bonds right there. Kyle Lohse over for the out and the inning over. Top 5 man on first for A.J. Pierzynski. Jesse Fopper pitch deep to right, off the wall. Bobby Kielty, he's got an on-base percentage of .424, scores on the triple. Pierzynski went 2 for 3 with 2 rips. It's 4-0 Twins. Bottom 5, J.T. Snow, a look-alike for former University of Hawaii second baseman Trey Garman. Into McCovey Cove, a 2-run job, his 3rd of the year, and the Twins lead cut to 4-2. Bottom 9, Edgardo Alfonso, hot shot to the hot corner. Corey Koski, hot stop, 2 outs. Last chance for the Giants. Jose Cruz Jr., Eddie Guardado, ABC, always be closing. Game over. Twins win 5-2. Lohse gets the win. Minnesota at San Diego, and Eddie Guardado knows that coffee is for closers, and he's heavily caffeinated. 17 for 17 in save-offs this season, up 4-1 in the bottom of the 9th with 2 on, 2 out. Gary Matthews Jr., well, he must have been caffeinated. A double scores Brian Buchanan and Lou Merlone. Padres down 4-3. Next batter, Ryan Klesko. Double mint, back-to-back doubles. That one a blooper, and this game's tied at 4. Everyday Eddie's first blow and save. Bottom 10th, J.C. Romero in for Minnesota. Up 1, bases loaded, and he throws a wild pitch. Rondeau White scores, tied at 5. We continue. Top 11, Chris Gomez. Up with 2 on and 2 out. Rod Beck in, and Twins go up 7-5. Mankiewicz and Pierzynski score. Gomez with what proves to be the game winner.
Braves hooked up in San Diego. Jock Jones grew up 15 minutes from Qualcomm Stadium, top first. Second pitch of the game from Carlton Lower. Jones leading off and teeing off. 7th home run of the year. 20th leadoff home run of his career. One of 2 home runs in the game. 1-0 Twins. Bottom 6, Rondeau White up. Corey Koski, give me some glove. That looks like a top 10 nominee. Diving stop for Koski. Twins going to win it 6-2. A-Rod not in the...
Time 46 seconds. Twin starter Joe Mays trying to win his 5th straight start as opposed to not trying, I guess. Bottom of 3rd, 1-0 Fathers. Mays, Mark Kotsay throws down the bunt. It's nice, and there's no throw needed because you can't get him. Mark Loretta put in the same kind of position. Again, no throw. Kotsay would eventually score. Padres up 2-0. 8th inning, tied at 3. Torii Hunter's at bat against Brian Lawrence, and he hits it over some fencing that had been set up before the game. 9th of the year, 4-3 the Twins. Bottom 8, same score. Loretta against LaTroy Hawkins. Lining that, Keith Lockhart, Gary Matthews Jr. going to come around. Loretta goes 4 for 5. Fathers win at 9-4. The Twins' win streak is done at 3.
Colorado, Minnesota rocks just 2-12 in their last 14 road games. Preston Wilson, he's been hot. 448 in his last 8 games. Wilson, CJ, and Greg Vaughn all hit first pitch homers. For Wilson, it's 15th, 3-0 Rockies, and that's all in support of Jason Jennings, who was just 1-5 on the road this season. Gets Cristian Guzmán there in the 6th, and Torii Hunter swinging. Last year's NL Rookie of the Year looked the part. 7 strikeouts. Rockies win 5-0.
Wins. Kenny Rogers going for career win number 150. Is Rogers half the pitcher of Roger Clemens? Clemens has had 3 chances to win 300 at age 40. Rogers going for his 7th chance to reach 150 at age 38. Here's what he'll look like when he gets to 300 wins. At this pace, he'll be 52 years old. He might look like that other Kenny Rogers. That was too easy. Rogers is getting plenty of run support. Bottom first, 3-0 Twins. Bases loaded for A.J. Pierzynski. Dialing long distance. Darren Oliver paid for the call. Pierzynski's 7th home run of the season. He was just getting started. Bottom 7, 2 men on for Pierzynski. And this time off Javier Lopez, number 8 for Pierzynski. Twins up 13-2. Pierzynski 7 RBI on his 3-for-4 night. Top 8, Rogers facing Mark Sweeney. Sweeney called out on strikes, 3 Ks, 9 hits, 3 runs, and 8 innings for Rogers, and he gets the game ball in his 150th win.
While the mighty wind makes them laugh at the theaters, the Twins hope the mighty Morneau makes them squeal in Minnesota. Justin Morneau, the club's most hyped hitting prospect in the past decade, went 5 for 8 in his 2 games since being called up from the minors. In his first big league at-bat, the Canadian clubbed one that hit the Metrodome roof. Hung in for his first big league hit and admitted afterwards it gave him the chills. Minnesota giving KC the cold shoulder in the Central. Twins have opened up a 5-game lead. Arizona in Minnesota. Let's see if you're paying attention. What is Morneau? Or were you sipping a nice glass of French wine while thinking of that overseas fishing trip? Yes, Morneau is a Twin, vintage 1981. Twins down a run in the 6th with Morneau facing Brandon Webb, 2 outs. Singles to right to score. Jacques Jones ties it at 1. Morneau's only hit dropped his batting average to .545. Torii Hunter up next, the only right-handed hitter in the Twins lineup. Picks the right pitch to make contact with. 2-score. Twins win 3-1.
Diamondbacks and Twins. Joe Mays taking the hump. Twins trying to move a dozen games over 500. Rob Barajas
not having it.
Carlos Baerga would score on the ground rule double. 2-0 Arizona after 2. Miguel Batista, 4 Ks through 3. Doug Mientkiewicz for the 2nd time. What do you get him with?
That's filthy. That's either a fork ball or a hell of a breaking ball.
Dustin Moore, less in that case.
Nice hard slider right there.
4 hits in 6 innings. He fanned 7. Top 5, 4-0 Arizona. 2 outs, bases loaded. Here is Baerga. Saw him score earlier. Now he's scoring people.
Linea.
We got a little theme going here. Hop that baggie for a ground rule double. Makes it 6-0. Next man is Barajas again off Juan Rincon. 3rd ground rule double of the game. 3 RBI for Barajas, and the Diamondbacks laying it on. It's 8-0. Trouble for Arizona here. Junior Spivey grounding out to short. And
That's
Spivey,
a great play on both ends.
Now, Guzmán made a nice play. With Spivey here, you see he hits awkwardly.
Yeah.
He was helped off the field. Diamondbacks win it 9-2. Spidey was helped off the field.
And Junior was trying to stay away from Spike and Mientkiewicz, too. So, I mean, he was trying to do something nice, not stepping on the other guy.
I believe Yount strained his back. In all seriousness, helping Spivey off the field. Just hasn't been a great season for the Diamondbacks. Can't keep anybody healthy. Gonzalez went 3 for 5, drove in 4.
Royal rift brewing in the Twins clubhouse as Minnesota begins a 4-game series at Kansas City. Pitchers Eddie Guardado and LaTroy Hawkins say they will not be wearing Twins uniforms next season. That after the club's general manager said he will not negotiate contract extensions this season. Everyday Eddie and the Hawk, both pending free agents, are 1st and 4th on the team's tenured list. Loyalty means nothing, says Guardado. You know, he sounds like a baseball fan. Mini 4 up on Kansas City. Royals hosting. 2-0 Royals, bottom 5. Mike Sweeney, Sunday's hero. He homers to left center off Kyle Lohse. Came in with a 2.91 ERA. Gave up 5 in 5. It's 5-0 Royals. Bottom 6. Royals up a 6-pack, and Sweeney. A 2 RBI single off Tony Fiore. Had 5 RBI in the game. He's batting .381 with 16 RBI during an 11-game hit streak. It's 8-0 Royals. Cash your check. Twins trying to make it interesting. 8-2 in the 8th. Lou Ford, 7 for 16 in the 6 games. Playing for Minnesota. Pinch hitting for Torii Hunter. It's now 8-5. And then in an 8-6 game with 2 runners on, Matt LaCroix delivers off Mike McDougal. He shops at the gap. 2-score. An 8-run comeback. Largest comeback in Twins history is 7 runs. Top 9 runners at 1st and 3rd. Dustin Moore. Hero? No. Double trouble. 4-6-3. And Moore is not happy. Bottom 9, Raul Ibanez with a chance to avert disaster. Dick Bramer, what do you have?
Left-handers hitting just .080 against Guardado. Base hit, ball game over.
Carlos Beltran.
Kind of a subdued call there.
Yeah. I'm guessing he was for the other side. The Royals win 9-8 after blowing an 8-run lead. Kansas City, second of a 4-gamer. Twins have lost 3 straight. They're on edge, and you'll soon see that for real. Raul Ibanez tying the game with the RBI single that scores Joe Randa. Kenny Rogers, 1 win in his last 7 starts, and, well, trouble just starting. Ken Harvey had a big game. Scores 2 with that shot. 5-3, nobody out except Rogers. Now 6-3, J.C. Romero in, and Carlos Fabulous, come on and squeeze me. Lays it down. Harvey scores. Royals up 7-3. Next batter is Aaron Guile. First pitch from Romero. Well, gets away from the Twins pitcher, or he hit him on purpose. That's what Larry Poncino felt. He tosses Romero, who pops a gasket. Looks like he's telling Poncino, hey, man, that was a slow-moving breaking ball. Give me a break. Romero isn't leaving without using up all his lifelines. Take another look, and, well, he may have had an argument. He's in an argument. Ron Gardenhire, he's going to go Piniella. Join his pitcher in the clubhouse. Al Newman wants a Royal fan or two to join him in the dugout. Come on down here. Order restored, kinda. Next pitch from Michael Nakamura hits the next batter, Randa. That scores a run and keeps the bases full for Mike Sweeney, who came in batting .397 in his last 20 games. A bases clearing double. Royals score a team record 12 runs in the 6th inning and record a 14-7 win.
3 games in a row coming in. Reed's last outing, May 31st. Bottom first, facing Mike Sweeney. Sweeney strikes out swinging and loses his bat. He would leave the game in the bottom 3rd with upper back tightness. Top 9, 8-6 Royals, 1 out. Corey Koski on first, Mike McDougal pitching to Torii Hunter. 3 Royals converge on this one. Desi Relaford with the catch. He turns and throws the first, but ouch, he hits Koski in the back. Raul Ibanez runs into Hunter while going for the ball. Royals trying to mess this up. Next batter, Doug Minkiewicz. But McDougal gets him to fly out. 15 save for McDougal. So the Royals win at 8-6. Now they're 1 game behind the Twins for first in the AL Central. They'll go for the sweep Thursday. Royals trying for a share of first place in the sweep with the Twins. Top 3rd, Jock Jones facing Kyle Snyder. Jones lays down the bunt, but can't get it by Snyder. Great play for Snyder, but things went downhill from there. Top 4, Jones up again facing Snyder, and this is not a bunt. It's gone off the foul pole. Number 9 for Jones. Twins go up 6-0. Jones 3 for 5, 3 runs, 3 RBI. Albie Lopez now pitching for the Royals, facing Corey Koski. 3-run shot for Koski. 4 for 5, 3 runs, a career high 6 RBI. What was it, his birthday? Number 8 for Koski. Twins go up 13-0. Tony Pena later took Lopez out of the game. 6 hits, 7 earned runs. Hey, Minnesota is right next to Wisconsin, so I guess that makes the Twins and Brewers a rivalry. Brad Radke with a start. He can get some help from his outfield. Bottom first, no score. Radke facing Scott Podsednik. Jock Jones runs right out of the picture, but he caught the ball. Bottom second, still no score. Radke facing Wes Helms. Runner on 3rd and 1 out. Dustin Moore with a sliding catch over in right. Jeff Jenkins held to 3rd. As for center field, Torii Hunter, well, he had a big catch the last time it was Miller time for him. Remember this? All-Star Game 2002 in Milwaukee. And Hunter robs Barry Bonds of a home run. Barry didn't like that. Back to Friday. 2-2, bottom of the 7th. Radke facing Wes Helms. Oh, and here comes Torii again. Give me some glove. Almost the same place. Take another look at it. Helms will get nothing and like it. Bottom 8, still tied at 2. Troy Hawkins facing Keith Ginter. That's deep. Jock Jones, another great catch. Take another look and listen. No way that didn't hurt. Bottom 10, still tied at 2. Royce Clayton on 3rd. Juan Rincon bounces one, but A.J. Pierzynski able to make the blocks. Clayton says out. Just stay right here. Next pitch. Well, Pierzynski's not going to get that one. Clayton coming home. He's in there, and the Brewers take it 3-2 in 10. First overall pick this year by the Brewers. Bottom 3rd, 2-0 Brewers. Kyle Lohse facing Richie Sexton. Luis Rivas, backhander to make the play. Great stretch by Doug Minkiewicz. That's got to hurt. Bottom 4, 2-1 Brewers. John Vanderwall facing Lohse.
Vanderwall dialing long distance, and Lohse paid for the call. 7th of the year for Vanderwall, and the Brewers up 3-1. Next batter is Wes Helms, as Helms says, you know, I think I'll have the same thing. Back-to-back for the Brewers. Bernie's getting a workout. Helms 12th. Brewers go up 4-1. Bottom 6, 4-1 Brewers. Helms facing Lohse again. And Helms just being greedy now. 3 for 3, 3 runs, 5 RBI for him. Brewers going to win it. Final count of 8-1.
Wins. Esteban Lohse looking to become the third 11-game winner in the majors this season, and well, that's how you get them first 10 wins. Strikes out Jock Jones swinging. Cristian Guzmán strikes out, only he was not swinging. Lohse cruising early. Top 2, nobody out. Brian Dahlbach is up. I'm not sure how high that roof is exactly there in Minnesota, but it's quite high, and well, the roof eats this one. Where is it? Come down. Gravity. I got it. That's a ground rule double. Freaks. Play outside. Next batter, Carlos Lee. Base hit. Roof's not a problem. AstroTurf, maybe. Dahlbach scores. White Sox lead it 1-0.
So Lee
Bottom 3, we got a runner on first, 1 out. Lohse, Jock Jones again. He goes down looking. Miguel Olivo guns down Denny Hawking. Strike him out, throw him out, it all helps. Lohse strikes out 5 in the first 3 innings. Bottom 8, it's 2-1. Lohse gets Guzmán to ground to second. 8 innings pitched, 6 hits, 1 run. It was unearned, so his ERA now 1.99, 2-1 Sox.
Chicago at Minnesota. Bottom 6, 5-3 White Sox. 2 men on for Jock Jones. Started the day in a 1-for-14 slump, and he doubles to right center. It's going to score Dustin Moore. Luis Rivas, though, he's going to have to slide to make it count, and he makes that slide count. We're tied at 5. Top 9, bases loaded, 2 outs. LaTroy Hawkins gets Jose Valentin to pop out. Valentin hit a 3-run homer earlier in this game, but the Sox blow a golden opportunity. Bottom 10, bases loaded. Tom Gordon, A.J. Pierzynski, and A.J. said afterwards, that was nasty. Jock Jones, a bad case of bat scratch fever. Forget about that slump. 3 for 6, 3 RBIs. The home run off Billy Koch. Twins win 6-5.
10 on the season, looking for his 3rd straight win. Bottom 4, 2-0 Chicago. Burley all over Torii Hunter. Career high 9 Ks for Mark Burley. Top of the 6th, same score, 2 on for Jose Valentin.
There's a base hit.
It's a base hit, all right. Magliardona scores easily. Brian Dahlbach rounds 3rd. Valentin 2 for 4, 2 RBI. Dahlbach and Valentin both score on that play. Got away from Matt LaCroix. Valentin credit with a double. It's 5-0 Chicago. Bottom 9, 5-1 now. Runner on second for Doug Mankiewicz. Burley covers for the final out. Complete game effort. How rare. A pitcher who goes the distance. 10th of his career. White Sox win 5-1.
At the Metrodome, Brewers and Twins. We don't mean to pick on Dustin Moore, but it wasn't a good night for him. Top 4, Brewers up 2-0. Kyle Lohse facing Brooks Kiesnick with 2 runners on, and Kiesnick with a base hit, scoring Richie Sexton. That's our man Moore out there. Can't get to that one. John Vanderwall coming in to score on the error, and the Brewers up 4-0, but there was more, or maybe less from Moore, facing Matt Kinney now, runners on first and third, into the 6-4-3 DP, and then, well, then he falls down, tumbling over first base. He would be okay. Top 7, Brewers up 6-1. Sexton facing Johan Santana. 2 men on, that makes this a 3-run home run. Number 22 for Sexton. Brewers up 9-1. Top 9, Royce Clayton facing Mike Nakamura. Over Moore's glove. It's just a bad night all around. Brewers win it 13-1. Sorry, Dustin. Brewers and Twins from the Metrodome. It actually was Corey Koski's birthday. He turned 30. Show you how he celebrated. Top 2nd, Koski, nice catch, and makes the play in time at first to end the inning. Bottom 5, 2-1 Twins. Koski at the plate now, and that one's gone. His 12th of the season. He's hitting .433, 21 RBI in June. I guess he's celebrating the whole month. 3-1 Twins. Top 7, Royce Clayton up, and Koski starts the 5-4-3 DP. Top 8, Koski, another great catch to end the inning. 2 for 4 with a home run. Happy birthday to Corey. Twins take it 5-2.
Years as a manager. The hair, gray.
Twins had a 5-game lead at one point this month, trying to pull even with Kansas City with a win, and it's a Milwaukee-Minnesota sort of weekend. So what have we done? Well, we had a trade between the Bucks and the Wolves. Milwaukee got Joe Smith, Fear the Turtle, and Anthony Peeler, and then they also got 1 win. Minnesota has Sam Cassell, and they got 1 win, so we're trying to break the tie. Bottom 3, Corey Koski's at the plate. All right, that was called a strike. Ron Gardenhire doesn't like the call. Now, you can't argue balls and strikes with Blue, and Chris Guccione gives Gardenhire the gate. There was some personal rancor. I hate you, you hate me, go away. We move to the bottom of the ninth. Pitch hitter Justin Morneau at the plate. Twins down 4-2, 2 on, 1 out. Morneau with a single off Mike DeJean. Lou Ford comes in to score. It's now 4-3, Twins down 1. Next batter, Torii Hunter. Uh-oh, Torii gets plunked. He's in pain, hopping up and down. Hand starts to swell up, but you run with your feet, so he stays in the game. And now, Doug Mankiewicz with the bases loaded. It could be a big-time deal here. Oh, geez, it's not a walk-off homer. Cristian Guzmán, though, does come in to plate the tying run. We go to extras. Bottom 10, 4-4, Luis Rivas, who can move on second. Cristian Guzmán at the plate. Richie Sexton with a soft lob to Mike DeJean. Guzmán is safe, and look at Rivas hustling all the way around. You got to be kidding me. What happens? Richie Sexton floats it up there. Hustle all the way from Guzmán and Rivas. Mankiewicz says he can make things happen with his wheels. I guess so. The Twins back for a tie for the AL Central lead after the win.
Had to hurt. Twins and White Sox. Joe May starting for Minnie. Bottom 2, 1-0 Sox. 1 on for Jose Valentin. Now, I should tell you, Jose Valentin was 2 for 4 in this game, and wouldn't you know, this is not one of the two because Torii Hunter is out there. You know, he does it so often. Forget this. He also avoids Bobby Kielty. But he's human. He was over 3 in the night. It's a top 10 nominee. But it's not the first time Hunter has done this to the White Sox. Let us go back to earlier this year when Hunter had home baggy advantage in Minnesota and Carlos Lee was denied. He does it so often, we just take it for granted. Back to Monday's game. Next after Valentin is Joe Crede. Crede has the smart sense to not hit it anywhere near Torii Hunter. His 7th of the year, 3-0 White Sox. Bottom 3, 4-0 Chicago. 1 on for Maglio Ordóñez. His 1,000th hit of his career, a home run, 13th of the year. The Sox have won 7 of 10. They're now just 3.5 games out.
Jim Duquette is on the board. The first move made by the Mets interim GM since he took over for Steve Phillips was to trade a one-time automatic future Hall of Famer. Robbie Alomar is now just a very likely Hall of Famer who's also a member of the Chicago White Sox. Duquette's opposite number in this deal, Chicago GM Ken Williams, is a former teammate of Alomar's. In exchange, the Mets received 3 minor league prospects, including former first-round draft pick reliever Royce Ring. The 35-year-old Alomar was the Rolls-Royce of second baseman prior to his arrival in Queens. 12-time All-Star, 10-time Gold Glover, hit .336 his final season in Cleveland, just .266 last season, his first in New York, and of course the Mets agree to pay $3.75 million of the remainder of his contract, which expires at the end of this season. The Rangers will pay the bulk of Carl Everett's salary the rest of this season. The White Sox add another starter on somebody else's tab. Everett waived his no-trade clause to allow the move to be made. There's a pool of 8 Chicago prospects from which Texas can choose 3. So here's what the White Sox lineup might look like the rest of the season. Radically different from the first half. Alomar and Everett both joining their 6th career teams, bat first and third respectively. Frank Thomas moves up to the 2 spot from the 3. Maglio Ordóñez stays at cleanup. Peter Gammons takes his cuts at the new look, not so shy Sox. He'll join his new teammates Wednesday. Minnesota on the south side. Speaking of taking notice, hey, Willie Harris, can you in that 193 batting average play another position? He had to have Robbie on his mind. Brother Sandy did. Here's Harris, not letting it affect him. Bottom of the first, bunting for a base hit. Perfection. Frank Thomas at the plate. Harris showing off the wheels. He can run. 5th steal of the season for Harris. Very next pitch. Thomas gonna drive him home and drive himself home. Get out of town on Brad Radke. 18th for the big hurt. And we're only moving to the top of the 2nd. 3-0 Chicago. A.J. Pierzynski, I think a great defensive play is coming here. Carlos Lee giving you the A effort. Look at it again. Lee, full extension while going down. Pierzynski thinking, I needed that hit to help my average and to help the team. The White Sox a winner, 6-1.
Picking up bottom first, Kyle Lohse gets Alomar on 3 straight pitches.
He goes down.
Bottom third, 2 out, 1 runner on for Frank Thomas. No need to chase it. It's gone. Thomas is 19th of the year. Take another look at it. Torii Hunter almost came up with another unbelievable catch, but not quite tall enough. Top 9, runner on first, 1 out. Corey Koski over to Alomar, who's still got the glove. Jose Valentin finishing up the double play. That's a SportsCenter Top 10 Plays nominee. They went to extras, bottom 10, 1 out, bases loaded for Magler Ordonez. Cristian Guzmán, give me some glove. 6-4-3 DP, Twins out of the inning. Bottom 11, 2 outs, Sox down 6-5. Pinch hitter Paul Konerko batting .079 over the last 27 games. Got your .079 batting average right here. His 4th of the year, game tied at 6. Bottom 12, here's Robbie. Down the line in left field. Could he be a hero?
Stay fair.
No.
It won't.
He would eventually walk. 2 batters later, Thomas up again, and a big hurt is hurting him. It's time to bounce. His 2nd home run of the game. Sox win at 8-6 in 12 innings, and everybody's happy on the south side tonight. Dome for the Indians and Twins. CC Sabathia going for win number 8 on the season, bottom 2nd. 2 men on, and we got ourselves the top 10 nominees. Luis Rivas over to Brandon Phillips. Up top for the out. Bottom 5, 2 outs. Sabathia hits Bobby Kielty on the shoulder. Eric Cooper says, okay, that's a warning. Doug Mankiewicz didn't like it. Ron Gardenhire didn't think too much of it either. Bottom 6, Sabathia still in. And Torii Hunter's done.
Yes, he did.
Still bottom 6, 2 outs. Dustin Moore, we'll be seeing you too. That ended with 6. Top 7, 3-0 Indians. Kenny Rogers on the mound now. Milton Bradley up. And Rogers hits Bradley on the arm. Gardenhire and Rogers both ejected from the game. And the Indians going to win it 4-1.
Cleveland at Minnesota, bottom 3. Twins up a run with a man on, and this means they are up 3 runs. Corey Koski reminding Jason Davis he's hit .424 with now 20 RBI in his last 23 games. And then it got interesting. Let's have a legal flashback to Thursday. CC Sabathia, Plunk Koski would later hit Bobby Kielty, which made this inevitable for the Twins. Kenny Rogers, he hits Milton Bradley and is ejected. Back to reality, or Friday if you prefer. Next batter after Koski was Torii Hunter. Davis goes inside. Hunter doesn't like it. Both he and Davis get tossed as the bench is clear. Now, doesn't appear to be a hockey player in the bunch here, which is surprising.
It's Minnesota.
It's the North Star State.
Yeah.
But just a lot of pushing and recipe exchanges. Another look. Davis goes inside. And Hunter takes it personal. Some choice words from Hunter, and then Davis. We can read his lips. Get back in the box. Get back in the box. It was so much fun last time. Let's flash back again to last July. Danny Baez, no relation to Joan because she's about peace and love. Well, Hunter wanted a piece of Baez then. Chucked the baseball at him and back to now. Davis did not know he was ejected, and he's going to go Mike Davis at Kentucky. Now, we didn't want you to read his lips right there. Earmuffs! Earmuffs! All the fireworks, 5 ejections in all, including Twins manager Ron Gardenhire. His team wins it, though. 9-2 your final. His issues include an ERA of 19.06 in his last 2 starts. And top 1, well, there's how he starts. It's Ben Broussard in the knee. No fight breaks out. Next batter is Casey Blake, and he was 0 for 11 in his last 3 games after a 12-game hitting streak. That's a hit. Milton Bradley, he's got game, and Shane Spencer, they score a double for Blake. It's 3-0 Tribe. 4-1 Indians in the 3rd. Broussard at 2nd. Blake base hit, and Broussard's going to make it home safe. And Blake's going to go all the way to 3rd, but it's ruled a single. It's 5-1 Indians. 9-2, top 7, and Blake, a Han Solo. So Blake has 4 RBI and is triple short of the cycle. He's up again in the 9th, and forget the triple. Casey Blake, top 10 nominee, went 5 for 5 with 2 homers and 7 RBI against his former team. And the Indians beat the Twins 13-2.
Indians and Twins, top 1 no score. Brad Radke facing Milton Bradley. And Milton Bradley, I always want to I think about Risk and Stratego whenever I say his name.
I like number 8. He could blow guys up. Remember that?
I like Madagascar and Risk. That was my favorite country to have. The ball bounces over Torii Hunter's head. Bradley keeps scoring. He's thinking about Risk. He's thinking about Stratego. He's thinking inside the park home run. He should have thought about staying in 3rd. I mean, he was tagged out. He didn't even touch the plate. He just ran on to the dugout. Top 7, Casey Blake. Remember, Blake was ridiculous on Saturday. Saturday, he went 5 for 5, 7 RBI, 2 homers. Here, doubles to right center. He went 1 for 4 on Sunday. The Indians 3-39 this year when trailing after the 7th. Basically, they're whack when they're down, but we tell you that because LaTroy Hawkins facing Matt Lawton. Lawton says, have a little bit of this. Deep to right. Solo shot. Lawton's 14th. Kid's been large. 325, 7 homers, 15 RBI his last 18 games. Top 10, still tied Eddie Guardado facing Shane Spencer with the man on. Now the man ain't on no more. And neither is Shane. His 5th of the year. Indians win 5.
Twins in Texas, 5-0 Twins. Bottom 2, Kyle Lohse, a nightmare facing Rafael Palmeiro. Palmeiro, no doubt, number 21. 511 in his career. Ties him for 17th all-time with Mel Ott. Rangers down 5-1. Still bottom 2, Lohse facing A-Rod. On the ground, a bouncer, Chris Gomez. His throw, A-Rod beats it out. 2 runs would score. Lohse gave up 7 runs in 3+ innings. Tie game. Palmeiro up again, 2 on, 2 out. This, folks, is a top 10 nominee. Palmeiro, the blooper, Torii Hunter. Oh, nice tumbling catch. Hunter also went 1 for 4. Meanwhile, Chris Gomez. Gomez flying out to Juan Gonzalez. We're talking another top 10 nominee because he will fire toward third and get Bobby Kielty. Gonzalez's 10th outfield assist. He was not done in this highlight. Juan Gonzalez, bottom 3. No chance for Torii Hunter on this one. Number 21 for Gonzalez, 426 career homers for him, tying him for 32nd on the career list.
Hunter's another Minnesota pitcher squeezed by the Quest-Tech system, the computer that judges umpires' calls, forcing them to call a tighter strike zone. Rogers says, it hurts you to a point. If there are no corners, I don't have the stuff to blow it past guys. Here's Rogers' pitch to Ryan Ludwig. Appears to catch the inside corner. It's called a ball by home plate ump Hunter Wendelstedt. Bottom 4, another one to Rafael Palmeiro. Appears to catch the plate at the knees. That's also a ball. Next batter, Mark Teixeira, again on the inside corner. Rogers walked 3, allowed 7 hits in 7 innings, getting none of these calls. That one called outside. Another borderline pitch. Bottom 6, 1-1. A-Rod. His 22nd home run. Alex Rodriguez, 8 for 16 career versus Kenny Rogers. Owns him, owns. Rangers lead 3-1. Top 7, check this guy out. Foul ball hits him in the head. Loses the hat, saves the beer. That's what they teach you at fan school. Rangers win 4-1. Texas has won 3 in a row and 10 of 15.
That's the only class I got.
Twins pitching staff feels like crying against the Rangers. Rick Reed, a mess since becoming a Twin. 4-8, 4.54 ERA this year. In fact, the whole staff has struggled. Look at this, 31-23 through the 31st of May, 13-22 since, a record of 1-7 in July, and the team ERA skyrocketing. 2 on for Juan Gonzalez. He does his homework. Off for Reed. 3-0 Texas, number 22 for Juan, and Gonzalez was not done. Bottom 4. That's career home run number 428, his 47th career multi-homer game. He's upping his trade stock as we speak. 5th homer in his last 6 games. And yes, it's a top 10 play nominee. 4-2 Texas, though, 2 on for MY. Michael Young, opposite way. Off of Reed, number 9 for Young. It's 7-2 Texas. And then James Baldwin meets Mark Teixeira. Number 13 for Teixeira, who went 2 for 4. Twins have allowed 27 homers in the last 10 games. Texas has won 11 of its last 16.
It's okay.
Okay, now I'll show you the Twins and Angels. Ramon Ortiz and the Angels facing these Twins. Let's flash back. Of course, last year, you remember, these teams battled in the ALCS, and the Angels won in 5 games en route to winning the World Series. So as we continue to look back, last season entering July 11th, the Angels 3 games out of first, Twins 7.5 ahead. This season, Angels 9.5 games back, the Twins 4.5 games back. A little different. Chris Gomez. Oh, wow. Off of Ortiz. Adam Kennedy charging, making great play. Gets Gomez. Steve, you want to see this thing again? I know it's not the commercial, but you know, this is just a great play. Underhand toss to get Gomez. No score in the 4th, 1 out, Tim Salmon. Salmon gets the bat under this. Bobby Kielty. Oh, Kielty. Great catch, making up for going hitless in this one. Watch again, live speed. The dive, and keeps it in his glove. Try gloss. Luis Rivas, what's his problem? Well, he forgot to put in his contact lenses because he can't see it. Kielty comes charging in, he can't make it. Garrett Anderson would score. Gloss, he ends up at second safe. Ron Gardenhire, he's had better nights. 1-0 Angels. Top of the 5th, same score, 1 on, nobody out. Gomez, up the middle. Hey, there's Kennedy. Turning the 4-3 double play. Hey, Steve, you want more Kennedy? Do you want more Kennedy, I ask you?
I would like more Kennedy. Yeah, please.
All right, thank you. 3-0 Angels, but A.J. Pierzynski, Kennedy. We got more Kennedy.
Great vigor on that play.
All right, enough for the imitation. Right. Angels win. Twins have lost 10 of 11.
In the hopes of replicating the scene you just saw. They gave manager Mike Scioscia a 2-year contract extension that will keep him head of the Halos until 2007. 3 days ago, they gave general manager Bill Stoneman a 4-year extension. Angels have won 10 of 14 going into Saturday's date with the Twins. Brad Radke 0-5 in his last 9 starts. Jared Washburn 2-6 at home this season. Let's see how it turned out. Top of the third, Washburn pitching to Bobby Kielty with 2 out. Kielty checks the swing, and he's out. Bottom third, Radke to Tim Salmon. Big swing, but nothing. Radke strikes out the side. Bottom 5, Jeff Devannon up. Pop into foul territory. Chris Gomez and Denny Hocking having some communication issues, but Gomez able to make the catch. Look again, Hocking almost took out his teammate. We may see them later in the top 10. Bottom 7, score tied at 1. Radke on the mound with 2 on. Darren Erstad. Bobby Kielty can't get it at the wall. 2 runs scored, 3-1 Angels. Radke comes out of the game, struck out 7, gave up 8 hits. New pitcher J.C. Romero facing Scott Spezio. A lot of good that did. Spezio in the right. Erstad scores, 4-1 Angels. Romero off to a bad start. 2 batters later, Garrett Anderson. And that'll bring in another run. Romero gone after allowing 3 hits and 2 runs while facing just 3 batters. Angels win it 6-1. Washburn only his 3rd win at home this season, 8-9 on the year. Twins and Angels, bottom of the 3rd, scoreless. Kyle Lohse pitching to Darren Erstad. Watch the D.
Great stop by Minkevich, and he finds Lohse, who finds the bag. Doug Minkevich with a great play.
Who says the big guy doesn't have a lovely glove? Bottom of the 4th, Twins lead 2-1. Garrett Anderson, and he's got the magic stick. That's a home alone shot to tie the game at 2. Anderson's 22nd of the year. But the real story of this game, Brendan Donnelly, not the glasses, but he comes in the 8th inning with a 0.38 ERA. Actually, it's .3830. It's so low we can update it to the 10,000th of a decimal point. So he gets Bob Kielty. It's 3.803. Donnelly strikes out Torii Hunter. It's 3.776. Then Donnelly gets Matt LaCroix to end the inning. It's 3.750. Angels win 8-3. And Donnelly, thanks for taking us to math class home.
The Twins, losers of 22 of 28, aren't giving up. Acquiring Shannon Stewart from Toronto, the Blue Jays will pick up the rest of his $6.2 million salary. Stewart hitting .294 with 47 runs scored as the Jays' leadoff hitter. He missed almost a month earlier this season with a strained hammy. Minnie also picks up a player to be named later in exchange for Bobby Kielty. Stewart likely will move over to right in Minnesota. Could allow Jacques Jones to move down to the Twins lineup to a more of an RBI spot when he returns from injury. The Twins tried to get him in 2001. They'll find out if he's worth the wait.
A's taking on the Twins. Tim Hudson on the bump in Minnie. Rough outing last time he was here. Game 4, 2002 ALDS. Hudson 3 1/3, gave up 5 hits, 7 runs. 2 of those were earned. He took the loss. So let's see how Timmy handled things on Thursday.
But I think more importantly is he's got to get...
2 men off for Torii Hunter. He lines one to center. Chris Singleton does not have Hunter's glove. He bobbles it. Cristian Guzmán comes in to score 1-0 Twinkies. Next batter, A.J. Pierzynski. A.J. lines one into center field. Jacques Jones and Hunter score. Jacques was 3 for 4 in this one. It's 3-0 Minnesota. Still in the first, a man on second for Doug Minkevich. The pitch takes the curve in the right. Terrence Long, he has issues with it. Pierzynski comes in to score. Minnesota up 4-0. Bottom 2. It's 5-1 for Torii Hunter. As he faces Hudson, you can do it. Solo shot his 15th on the year. Hudson gave up 4 earned. He loses again at the Homer Dome. Twins win it 6-2.
Oakland at Minnesota. Twins are 5-1 this season against the A's, but have lost 12 of their last 14, have not won consecutive games since late June, but did win the series opener, snapping Oakland's 5-game win streak. Barry Zito, 1-3 career against Minnesota, 0-1 this season. Tie game in the 8th. Chris Gomez was 1 for 8 career against Zito coming in. Went 2 for 4 in this game. This game no longer tied. Jack Jones scores 2-1. Top 9, tying run on second with 2 out. Ramon Hernandez with the sinking liner.
And Ramon takes one to right center. Here comes Torii Hunter to win the game. He made the catch.
Oh, Hernandez, an all-star, robbed with the all-star catch. If you want it, come and get it. Torii Hunter on his 28th birthday. 3-2 Twins. Oakland chasing Seattle, Minnesota chasing KC, Twins hosting the Athletics. Mark Mulder trying to do Saturday what Tim Hudson was unable to do Thursday. Huddy roughed up in a 6-2 loss. Barry Zito pitched well Friday, but he was beaten 3-2. The Big Three have lost 3 in a row, only once before to the Yankees in April of 2001. Looking good early Saturday, up 3-1 when Dustin Moore, who was 0 for 7 career against Hudson, doubles to left. 2 score on the play, 3 in the frame. We are tied. Bottom 5, A's up 4-3. Doug Mankiewicz, only 6 RBI in his last 23 games and only 1 for 9 against Hudson coming in. That one's going out, a 2-run shot, and it's 5-4. How many times do you see a guy hit a homer and then make a great play in the field? All the time. It's called editing. Mankiewicz and Louis Rivas are racing Billy McMillan and Ramon Hernandez. Hernandez peeved. It's no stretch to say Mankiewicz stretch is a top 10 play nominee. Bottom 7, bases loaded for Matt LaCroix with 2 out. Rip City, bases cleared. Twins win 9-4. Brad Radke gets his first win in 10 starts. Twins improved to 7-1 against Oakland this season. 5.
Twins looking for their first 4-game sweep of the A's in the Metrodome in 16 years. Doug Mankiewicz facing Ted Lilly, and that's a big one. Counts for 3. Mankiewicz 6 runs, 6 RBI in the 4-game series, his 9th homer. Let's go back to July of '99.
Mr. Rogers' neighborhood will be in New York again. Oakland trades lefty Kenny Rogers to the Mets for 2 minor leaguers.
Remember how good Bill Pito used to look?
He had more hair than you got now.
One of those players, Terrence Long, and Rogers doing work on Long in the 3rd. Then in the 4th, Mama did that man again. Long, 3 strikeouts, A-strand, 12 men. Top of the 9th, sounded like an aluminum bat, didn't it? David McCarty facing Eddie Guardado. Guardado can't get to it in time. McCarty safe at first. Drama. Now, 2 out, 2 on. Cristian Guzmán says, enough of the madness. I'm trying to protect this little lead we got up 6-4. He tags the base. Twins win their 8th straight over the A's.
5 against the M's this season, but now they have Shannon Stewart. He's swinging a bat made from the wood of a tree felled by lightning. 5 straight at-bats, hits for Shannon Stewart, the former J. 1 hit Saturday and 4 hits on Sunday. Let's go back to Monday. Bottom 1, Stewart's 0 for 8 career against Joel Pinheiro, but he doubles down the left field line, 6 straight hit. He'd later score, and the Twins lead 1-0. Bottom 2, 2-0 Twins. Stewart, RBI single to left, 7th straight hit, now 7 for 14 with the Twins since coming over from Toronto last week. Bottom 4, 4-0 Twins. Stewart again, trying to roll an 8. Wraps out. Lines out, short. Streak ends at 7 in a row. Bottom 8, tied at 4. Chris Gomez facing Arthur Rhodes, who gave up Carlos Beltran's winner in Kansas City Sunday. Twins win.
Before the All-Star break, 313, 24 homers, 76 RBIs. That's All-Star caliber. But since the break, 118, no homers, no ribs. Hey, those are be glad you have a job numbers. Oh, well, Twins 7-4 in the 5th, and there you go. Little oil in the swing, good stroke. There's number 25. The Mariners trailing at 7-5. Boone back in the groove. Did that spark the rest of the club? Pierzynski with the base chuck. John Olerud, liner. Ichiro scores. Mark McLemore, he'll touch the dish as well, and then the ball gets away from A.J. Pierzynski. And Mike Cameron clear them all in. And just like that, Mariners leading 8-7. Next batter, Randy Wynn. And to quote Jack Buck, that's a winner. 2-run shot, number 4 for Wynn. Into the peoples out there. Joe Mays can't believe it. 2/3 of an inning, 5 earned runs. Mariners win it. Come from behind. Minnesota, 5.5 games separating first place KC, 3rd place Minnesota. Ron Gardenhire, oh, what a difference a year can make. Just last season at this time, Twins in a 14-game lead in the Central, 15.5 up on KC, and look at the flip around on July 23rd of 03. Top second, it doesn't get any better. Desi Relaford to center. There's Torii Hunter. He's making the catch because that's what he does to earn money in his job and support his family. He's quite good at it. Tony Pena's built a solid lineup for the Royals. Denny Hocking on a couple of those well-known Royals.
Whereas before they only had town names, you know, people that knew him within inside Kansas City. Now I think they've got some national guys, you know, so the people around the country know who Carlos Beltran is and try to know who Aaron Guile is.
All right, well, let's see those guys. Carlos Beltran. I mean, Denny brought him up, not me. Of Johan Santana. That's a solo homer. You get 1 point for that. 14th of the season, 1-0 Royals. Then, as mentioned, Aaron Guile comes up in the top of the 5th. And guess what? Bong. That's the first of 2 for him. Even Torii Hunter can't get that one. Guile, now with 8 on the season, that's the first home run by a left-handed hitter off Santana since September 27th of 2000. 227 batters, top 6, 4-0, and 3-2 it. On Barreau to left off Juan Rincon, 12th of the season. It's a rout, 7-0 Royals. Jeremy Anfield, 5 shutout innings to get the win. Peter Brett blowing his stack over his pine tar bat. First place Royals in Minnesota. Darryl May going after his 6th consecutive win. Well, that really won't help. Jock Jones, good height, outstanding. We're tied at 1. Jones' 11th home run of the season. Top 7 KC now down 1-2-1. Raul Bañez, that's a 4-base hit. Drove in KC's other run, too, with a triple. We're knotted up at 2. A Bañez 14th home run of the season. Next frame, home half of the 8th. Shannon Stewart lays it down. Ken Harvey fields and apparently misses the tag and then throws the ball away. Safe. Look again. Called out of the baseline? No, Stewart, we're just going to call you safe. Next batter, A.J. Pierzynski. That's a pinch hit. And that scored Denny Hocking. That will make a winner out of the Twins. They go on to win it 6-2.
That's scary. You know all that. Minnesota and Cleveland. Twins have lost 9 straight roadies, but the Tribes lost 8 of their last 9. We didn't lose the highlight of the last time Kenny Rogers and Milton Bradley faced each other. Early July, Rogers gets 5 games for plunking the gamer. Back to the game. 2 on for Bradley. Milks that pitch to left. Coco Crisp puts the first runner on the board. Tribe ended up putting the first 4 up, but up just 5-4 in the 7th. Torii Hunter batting against David Risky, who entered the inning with 2 out, gave up an RBI double to Doug Mankiewicz, and this RBI single to Hunter. We're tied. Top 9 still tied. Mankiewicz up with the runner on second, facing Danny Baez. Ring them bells. 22nd comeback win on the season for Minnesota. 6-5 final. Twins are 7-2 since the break. Minnesota at Cleveland. Kyle Lohse winless in the last 7 starts. We're going to start with a flashback, and Lohse is going to need a refresher course on fundamental fielding before the day was through. On this spring training day, LaTroy Hawkins showing Lohse and company how it's done. Bottom 2, tied at 2. Lohse gloving the John McDonald bunt, but he who hesitates is lost and charged with an error. Minnesota entered this game ranked number 2 in the AL in fielding percentage. It's 3-2. Next batter, Angel Santos. With runners on the corners, Doug Mankiewicz with one of 3 Twins E's. Another run scores. Tribe had gone 12 games without scoring more than 5 runs. They scored 8 runs in the inning. The Indians' biggest inning this season, half that pack coming on Jody Garrett's first Major League Grand Slam. 9-2 final, just the 2nd win since the break for Cleveland.
It is so disturbing. Twins Indians. Hey, Cleveland 1 win away from consecutive victories. Tops 2, no score. Twins have man on with 2 outs. Cristian Guzmán ground. Look at John McDonald. Thank you. He doesn't have a farm. He's got a glove. Fancy defense. There are 27 outs, but some are more impressive than others, and that was a good one. John McDonald, special. Top 6, Twins up 2-1, 2 outs. Cristian Guzmán, full single the other way. Coco Crisp going to come up and air it out. Jock Jones. Plenty. Yeah, he looked at my shoes.
Coco got a hose.
10th inning, we're tied at 2. Tim Laker pops up. That'll end your inning. The base is loaded, and he popped up with 2 outs. Bottom 12, 2-2. Indians threaten again. Zach Sorensen flies out to right with 2 on. Strand those. 4th inning, the fans are just hoping that the Browns or the Buckeyes will start soon. Bottom 14, Laker another chance. This time he comes through with the base knock. Bases were chucked again. Casey Blake will score for 3rd, and the Indians win it 3-2.
Orioles 8-3 since the break, coming into Tuesday series opener against Ron Gardenhire's Twins. Gardenhire said after Sunday, you know, we can't afford any losses. I'm not happy. We battled. We're supposed to battle. We have to win. You play to win the game. Twins' upcoming schedule. Where is Herm Edwards when you need him? Orioles, Tigers, Indians. Not exactly the toughest schedule. Top one, Jay Gibbons. Off Johan Santana. Two-run shot is 16th, and it's 3-0 Baltimore. Bottom three now, Luis Rivas. Rick Helling serving this one up. Two-run shot is third, so it's 3-2 now. Helling tagged for 4 runs on 7 hits in 6. 5-5 in the 8th. LaTroy Hawkins walks. Gibbons gets away. Jeff Conine comes in. Tony Batiste is going to be out at third, but the Orioles will win the game. 7-5. Twins have lost 3 in a row.
Sidney Ponson has won his last 4 starts, and Mike Hargrove was the first to admit trade talk for the righty was hot and heavy prior to this game. Bobby Cox in Atlanta, Grady Little in Boston, Tony La Russa in St. Louis, and Jimmy Williams in Houston may all be thinking about getting Grover's guy. Twins got to him early. Bottom 1. Shannon Stewart with the double. He's been hot since coming over for the Jays. Next hitter, Luis Rivas. Bounces high. That's an infield single. You got runners on the corner. Doug Mankiewicz, batter number 3. He walks on 4 pitches. They're full. And Jacques Jones, just 3 for 14 career against Ponson. He too reaches, scores 2. Ponson, 7 innings, 5 earned, matches the earned runs he'd given up in 22-plus innings in his previous Metrodome starts. Meanwhile, Brad Radke, only 1 win in his last 12 starts, took a 4-hit shutout into the 8th, struck out 5, and the 1 run he gave up was the fewest since opening day. The Twins, they get the win, 5-1.
Orioles and Twins, Sidney Ponson in the Orioles dugout after finding out he got traded. That's bad news for the Orioles. Top of the second, scoreless game. Davey Cruz up, facing Kenny Rogers. More bad news. Luis Rivas with a backhanded grab, the flip to Guzmán for the out. That's a top 10 nominee. But here's some good news. Jay Gibbons against Joe Mays unloads an upper deck shot. 8-5 Baltimore. Number 17 for Gibbons. Oh, back to the bad news. Bottom 9, 9-7. Jorge Julio facing A.J. Pierzynski. The single. Luis Rivas scores. It's 9-8. It gets worse. Bottom 9, 9-8, 2 on. Michael Restevich strikes out. Goes to the backstop. Restevich runs to first. Fordyce throws to Conine at first. Should be an out. Conine couldn't hold on. Mankiewicz scores to tie it. Bottom 10. Orioles bring 5 players to the infield. Why, you ask? Why, you ask?
Why?
Thank you. Jacques Jones is up, bags full, 1 out. Travis Driscoll, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how many infielders you bring in, Neil. If you find some space, you can win a game, and the Twins do. I'm glad you asked that question. People are confused.
Got to stop. Tigers had lost 15 straight to the Twins. In the expansion era, how many times has that happened? Let's take a look. The Twins looking to join the 93-94 Braves, who won 16 straight over the Rockies. 89-91 A's, who won 16 straight over the Yanks, and 73-74 Dodgers over the Pods. Denny Hopkins only hitting 3 at-bats. That was a good one. So the Twins get it done. They get it done. They win 5-1, so yes, the domination continues. They've won 16 straight. Oh.
Twins looking to go over 500 for the first time since July 6, facing the Tigers. Scoreless, bases loaded, 1 out in the first. Mike Maroff gets Torii Hunter swinging at I don't know what. Next batter, Dustin Moore. Maroff gets him swinging at any inning. It's 4-0 Tigers in the 4th. Doug Mankiewicz facing Maroff. Cristian Guzmán trying to steal home. Ben Patrick tags Guzmán out at home. He wants a do-over because what the heck was he thinking? Danny Patterson picking off Shannon Stewart at first to end the inning. It was 4-2 in the 8th. Dimitri Young facing Juan Rincon. Rincon with the inside pitch. The umpire says Young was hit by that pitch. Take another look, was he? I don't think it hit him. Next batter, Ramon Santiago. He brings in 2 with that single. The Tigers go on to win. The Twins, some self-inflicted wounds in this one.
7-5 to Minnesota. Alex Sanchez, there is a God. Beats out the drag bunt, but you still got to pray. He turns in right there. You see that turn in? Because of that, he is tagged out before heading to first. During the 7th inning stretch that followed God Bless America, Alan Trammell, he's patriotic, takes off the hat in respect, still arguing. Twins.
Chance to catch the Royals and White Sox. Damian Moss, his debut as an Oriole. He slips, Brian Roberts slipped on that throw. Corey Koski and Torii Hunter will score. Moss, woo! 6 2/3, only 1 earned run allowed. Roberts said it was a tough play. Didn't work in our favor. Ron Gardenhire said we got a little break there. Twins get a break. They win 3-2.
Twins just won out of Camden Yards. 5-22 there since '97. Bottom two, it's 1-0 O's. Brian Roberts, the hotshot. Luis Rivas making a play and getting his man. Roberts was 2 for 4. Top four, it's 2-1 Twinkies. Torii Hunter, he said, quote, "I was just trying to get a good pitch, something I can handle." I think he handled it. 19th of the year, a 3-run shot. He was 2 for 4. It's 5-1. Bottom 9, Jay Gibbons, and Rivas again going flat out. Somehow denied a top 10 nomination, but it's still good video. 7-3 Twins, and now the Budweiser hot seat.
They to become the first 20-game loser since Oakland's Brian Kingman, who had 20 losses in 1980. Compare the two through 112 team games. Yeah, it's ugly either way you look at it. Bottom first, scoreless. Johan Santana picks off Brandon Inge. One of the reasons why the Tigers have lost 17 of 18 to the Twins. Top four, Matt LeCroy takes Morral out, his 10th. Morral says, "I think any loss at this point is difficult to deal with." His 16th of the season. Twins, Tigers. Twins begin the ninth, 3 back in the AL Central. Bottom 7, bench runner Ben Petrick on first. Ball 4 to Carlos Pena. Petrick already stealing second. Over slides, he's tagged out. Now, basically, the rule is he reached second on the walk, then left the base, making him eligible to be tagged out. Alan Trammell, know that rule book. Next batter. That's why that's important. Eric Milton would have brought Petrick in. Instead, the Tigers wouldn't score. It would prove to be costly. Top 10 still tied. Jock Jones, base hit. That scores 2. Torii Hunter followed with his 21st homer. Jones and Hunter combined for 7 RBI in the game. The Twins never look back. They win 8-4.
Twins and Tigers in a little madness in this one. Now, the Tigers have struggled in the first inning of games. They have 84 first inning runs, top of the first. Bases loaded for the Twins, up by a deuce. Dustin Moore singles, 2-run score. Twins up 4-zip. Tigers have given up 88 first inning runs. That'll hurt you. Bottom of the first, Bobby Higginson up. Doesn't like that call by Doug Eddings. It's questionable. Next pitch, Higginson pops it up, obviously frustrated, goes back to the dugout and yells something at the umpire, gets tossed. Then afterwards, came out of the dugout and dropped this gem. I always say that umpires are probably frustrated athletes who are looking for a way to get involved in games. We're waiting for you to get involved with the Major League Baseball office and get fined, Bobby. Kirk Gibson also tossed in that game. Chris Gomez drills one. Ben Petrick, great catch to rob him because everyone feeling a little defensive after that display. Top of the line, Tigers down 4-3. Dustin Moore, great catch. Twins win 4-3, your final. Now the Royals keep that half-game lead in the American League Central over the White Sox. The Twins still 2.5 back. Up next for the Royals is a visit from the American League East leading Yankees.
Indians and Twins. Kyle Lohse on the bump for the Twins. A team he's had success against in the past, the Indians. We'll take you back to the last outing, and this is Jody Garrett with the money ball. A grand slam back on July 26. Well, you got to sometimes just shake it off, get that out of your head. Lohse lasted just an inning and 2/3, 7 earned runs, but a little ying for that yang on Monday. Lohse, Ryan Ludwig, out of luck. Swinging, going in the second. Bottom third, 1-0 Twins. Luis Rivas. Oh! Holy jeez, look at that goal. 2-run homer, huh? Jake Westbrook gives it up. Twins lead 3-0, and Lohse gets Casey Blake with some high cheese. Lohse 8 innings pitched, 4 cases. 3rd straight win. Twins 4th straight win overall. 5-3.
The Tribe, Twins of 2 on. Billy Traber pitching, 2-0. Doug Minkiewicz strikes out. Ball gets away from the catcher, Josh Bard. His throw to first to complete the strikeout. Guzmán coming home. Ben Broussard, his throw home is low. The ball will get away. Guzmán is safe. Shannon Stewart scores as well to tie the game at 2. Wow, 2-run score and a strikeout. Twins down by 3, bottom 9. They try to rally. Danny Baez to A.J. Pierzynski with 2 on, 2 out. Fouls it off again. And now he's battling on his next pitch.
Deep to right field. Down the line. Foul by inches.
Look at AJ's reaction to that. He thought he tied up the game right there, but the ball was just foul. So we got a 2-2 count now. Pierzynski fouls it off. Next pitch, 95-mile-per-hour heat, fouled off. Next pitch, 95-mile-per-hour heat, fouled off. Full count now. Another foul ball. Next pitch. Pierzynski fouls it off again. Next pitch. Baez hangs in there and gets the strikeout. 95-mile-per-hour heat. Baez threw 46 pitches in the ninth. Indians hang on to win. 2 home runs for Ludwig. Indians, Twins. 1 out, 1 on, no score, bottom on Doug Mankiewicz. 0 for 5. This one, he grounds to John McDonald. 4-6-3 double play and a top 10 nominee. Inning over. Bottom 8, no score. Yes, no score in the 8th. Bases loaded, 2 out. Rafael Betancourt gets Corey Koski to ground out. Koski did go 1 for 5 in this game, but the Twins left them loaded. Bottom 10 still scoreless. Terry Mulholland gets Mankiewicz to ground into another double play. The Twins still cannot score. They had just 8 hits in the game. Now the fans are getting restless. I say they're getting restless, and it's past this kid's bedtime. I didn't mean to wake you. This fan's keeping score. Not enough boxes. Still scoreless in the 14th. Ryan Ludwig, 2 homers on Tuesday. There he singles up the gut. Casey Blake would score the game winner for Cleveland. The Twins, with a loss, drop 3.5 back of the Royals for first.
Indians, Twins, and an Andre Thornton moment in Minnesota. Top second, no score. Travis Hafner off Brad Radke, and Radke is going to lose this one. Hafner over some baggies. His 8th, a solo shot, 1-0 Tribe. Already a good day for Hafner. Top third, 1-0. Man on second, Casey Blake getting some of that. Going to bounce, ground rule, double a run, scores 2-0 Indians. Look at this again. Whoa, the fan, he's going to catch it, and then he's got it and falls back, and that plastic's hard. Ow. He would be all right, but a couple of Tylenol there at the concession stand will run you $40. Top 7, 2-0 Indians. Hafner after a double in the 4th. Chopper hustling, giving effort. Effort's the key to success. Ball gets away, give him an infield single. He's 3 for 3. That would be the single-double homer. Top 8, 6-0 Indians. Hafner again. Show me the triple.
Line into the gap in right center field. That's going to get down and roll for a while. Will it roll long enough? Here goes Hafner. He's going around second. He'll go to third. Here comes the throw. He slides. He's got it.
Unbelievable.
There it is. Indians win a 3-7 Tribe cycle. First since Andre Thornton 25 years ago. Ron Gardenhire on his Twins. Bumming.
We embarrassed ourselves. We embarrassed our fans. You don't go out and play like that. We did. Looked like we didn't show up. That's 2 days in a row of not hitting the ball to the end of the game. That's embarrassing. We're in a pennant race, and it doesn't act like a lot of guys understand.
Royals 4 up on the Twins. 3 critical games for Minnesota to make up the ground or perhaps pack it in. Jimmy Gobble on the hill going for his 3rd win. Scoreless in the 1st. Luis Rivas bunting, and look at Joe Randick gobble that up. Big stretch by Mendy Lopez to get him one more time. Every pitcher gets better with defense, and Randa making his guy great. Jump top 3rd, 2-zip Twins. 2 on, 2 outs. Torii Hunter. That's way deep. 3-run homer is 22nd, and the visitors are up 5-0. That's more than enough for Kenny Rogers, the veteran. He's wily. Aaron Guile, done. Raul Bañez swinging. The gambler was dealing. Mike Sweeney got no shot. And then Brent Maine, he too goes the strikeout route. Rogers, 2 hits in 8 innings pitched, 1 earned run, 7 Ks. Terrific stuff. Then Luis Rivas hits it where Randa cannot go and get it. The home run, he's now got 16 career home runs. 9 are off Royals pitchers. That one in particular off Paul Abbott. Twins go on to win it 9-2, 17 hits, and close the gap to 3 games.
To the Central now, Twins 3 back of the Royals to start the day. They had a chance to do something about it. Top first, 2-0 Twins. Men on first and second for A.J. Pierzynski against Runelvis Hernandez. Into shallow left, Angel Baroa can't get it. Jock Jones scores. Baroa coming home. Shannon Stewart coming home too. And he plows into Mike DeFelice, and he's safe. 4-0 Twins, but DeFelice goes to argue with Jerry Lane, and Lane says the water's hot, go get a shower. Take a look at the play again. Stewart appears to get his right foot on the plate before the tag is made. Now, even after the replay, DeFelice is still mad. He throws his glove on the way to the dugout, and then we got 1 jug. And just to make his point, how about 2 jugs? And then, well, he thought that call was garbage. And it's just a big cleanup job for the Royals. Top 8 now, 13-5 Twins. Jason Grimsley in for KC, and oh, he hits Pierzynski. 95-mile-per-hour fastball right in his can. Both teams about to clear the bench like, what? What? Ron Gardenhire says, everybody calm down. Minkiewicz yelling at Grimsley. Grimsley says, you have a nice day. In between innings, Minkiewicz yapping at Twins pitcher Juan Rincon. And then Jerry Lane says, all right, no more funny business. No retaliation by the Twins unless you include the outcome of the game. Bottom 9, Rincon against D. Brown. Into the hole, Luis Rivas. Give me some glove. Twins have won 4 of their last 5 from the Royals. They take this one 14-5.
Royals, there's Mike DeFelice chilling on Sunday after Saturday's tirade. We flash back to show you. Close play at home, and DeFelice goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He just lost his head after he got tossed. See, if I'm the grounds crew and I had to pick that up, I'm mad. So on Sunday, Tony Pena said, I am not going to let you trip out. You're not going to say a word. Top of the 7th, Twins down. 5-3, 2 on. Al Levine facing Shannon Stewart with a full count, and he gets Stewart. Top of the 8th, Twins still down 5-3. Matthew LaCroix and pops it up. Ken Harvey in foul territory can't make the play, and you know that would be costly because on the next play, LaCroix drives one to right center, and it's not coming back. Twins now down 5-4. Top of the 9th, Pena not going to Mike McDougal, who was warming up. Was that a mistake? Cristian Guzmán up, tying run on second with 2 outs. Guzmán grounds out to Harvey. Royals win 5-4.
Twins and Indians, Eric Reg and his Indians 8-3 against the Twins this year. After losing 3 of 4 to Cleveland last week, Ron Gardenhire had this to say about that.
We got guys, no clue what's going on out there. That's what a pennant race is all about. You can't go out and play like that. It's embarrassing. I apologize for the fans. I've never done that in my life. I apologize for the way we played today.
Would he inspire his ball club? Top of the 6th, Jason Davis on the hill facing Corey Koski. Davis intentionally walks Koski to bring up Matt LaCroix. Would that be a good move or a painful one? LaCroix makes it painful. His 5th homer in 7 games against the Tribe this year. It's his 3-run blast. Twins up 4-2. 2 batters later, Torii Hunter in the box. Davis, little brush back. Hunter hates that stuff. He's frustrated, and moments later, Hunter will do something about it. Sort of. He strikes out swinging, but gives the glare at Davis. Davis, not thrilled either. Bottom 8, Ben Broussard facing Johan Santana. SportsCenter Top 10 nominee coming up. Santana coming up large. Great infield grab and the throw for the out. Hey, the Twins are just a game and a half back of the Royals. Closest they've been since.
Twins started the night a game and a half out of first in the Central, and in Cleveland, top 7, game tied at 3. Cristian Guzmán versus Brian Anderson with 2 on. Popped up to John McDonald. McDonald makes the grab, but he's a little late coming home. Torii Hunter tags, goes home, and slides in as Tim Laker makes the catch. Hunter calls safe by Scott Nelson. Laker disagrees, and disagrees very vehemently. We take another look. Nelson says he's safe, he's all over it, but Laker doesn't agree, gets ejected, and says, take that. Twins win at 4-3, so the race gets even tighter. So the White Sox are back tied for first place, but this race could change day by day. Big series starts Thursday when the Royals play at Minnesota.
Law Wallet tight in the AL Central. We got Kenny Rogers on the hill against the Royals. The Gambler anteing up here in the top of the 1st, and Joe Randa. That's what we call hitting them where they ain't. That's going to the wall. The Royals stack is getting taller, and Leon's getting larger. Royals go up 1-0. Top of the 3rd, Brent Maine up at the dish, digging in, and Brent Maine, oh, he's just practicing random kindness and senseless acts of beauty. His 5th home run of the year. The Royals full stack. The Twins almost busted. Royals up 2 squat. Top of the 4th, base is juiced, and this is funky. Brent Maine goes to first. Matt LaCroix comes to home. A.J. Pierzynski throws back to first, right between Brent Maine's shoulder blades. And in comes a throw. Luis Rivas throws home. Ken Harvey out. The chips about even. Just your standard 3-2, 4-2 DP. Bottom 6, Twins down a 3 spot. Shannon Stewart, he's just bench pressing baseballs. His 13th of the year, and the Twins going to need a doggy bag to tote those chips. To the 7th, 2 ducks on the pond. It's that Stewart guy again. And this little duck snort, finding turf. Twins go up 4-3, and the Royals just about busted. Speaking of busted, Stewart busted trying to stretch this thing from a single to a double. He gets tagged out, but high fives all around. They're up 1. Top 9, Corey Koski crank up the Luther Vandross because he feels like making gloves. The
The range and the hose. KC is busted. The Twins leapfrog the Royals in the Central. The question is, will KC drop from first to third?
Follow for the Hawaii props. Kansas City at Minnesota. Royals have lost 4 straight. Bottom 5. Daryl May, Louis Rivas. 2 on. Twins down a field goal. Rivas shot to right. Aaron Guile going to pick it up and do some things. Going to go to Desi Relaford. Jock Jones has already scored on this play, but Shannon Stewart, no. Take a look at Jones laying right next to the plate. What's he doing that for? Better question was, what was the third base coach doing waving home Stewart? Top 8, J.C. Romero, Raul Ibanez, soft liners, Denny Hawking. Royals still up 3-2. Bottom 9, Jeremy Affel facing Shannon Stewart. Went 3 for 4. That's the one he didn't get. And the Royals hold on, 3-2. Chicago wearing the yellow jersey in the Central when Friday began, and with the win, they remain in that attire. KC flips the Twins, so those two flip-flop in the standings. It's now the Royals. 1 game behind Chicago. Minnesota, 1.5 back.
Kisses. Thanks for that. Bottom 1, Luis Rivas.
Kiss this, baby.
This guy's got 18 career home runs. 11 of them have come against the Kansas City Royals. 1-0 Twins. That solo shot is 7th of the year. Still bottom 1 after a Doug Minkiewicz double. Matt Lecroy singles to center, so they wave Minkiewicz, and 2-0 Twins after 1. Top 4 now. How about Mike Sweeney to third? And that's where Corey Koski lives. Diving play, throw to first. That's a Web Gem nominee, and really it's an honor just to be nominated. Bottom 4, Rivas to third, and look at the Joker. Joe Randa, fall on the bag for a double play, Dibs.
Oh, that's awesome. Joe Randa not only has to make the play, but once again, heads up, knows the guy's off the bag. He's just going to lean over and tag this for a double play.
Oh, that's tremendous heads-up play. Royals down 3-1 in the 5th. Aaron Guile and a 2 for 18 skid off Joe Mays. His 11th, a 3-run shot. Just like that, it's 4-3 Royals. So Mike McDougal, still with a 1-run lead in the 9th, gets Rivas, his 26th save and 33 chances, and the Royals win at Minnesota 4-3. So they stay within a game of the White Sox in the AL Central. Get to the White Sox in just a minute. Minnesota now 2.5 back.
The Royals have scored 661 runs this year. That's pretty good. They've given up 680, Steve, so it's amazing.
You went old school with a little third base. So the Royals and Twins with a chance to gain a little ground on the White Sox. Johan Santana has the lowest ERA in August, 1.20. Santana 3-0 in his last 4 starts. So in other words, Santana has been the daddy in August. A great month for him. Bottom of the 2nd, 1-0 Royals. Torii Hunter said he loves to watch Santana pitch. Santana loves to pitch when Torii does that. Straight away to center. His 23rd of the season. This game tied in 1 apiece. More than enough for Santana. Aaron Guile, 1 for 5. Joe Randa. Raul Ibanez. Ken Harvey in the 2nd inning. He was just 1 for 4. Brett Maine looks at a 3rd strike. He was 0 for 3. Guile, a 3-time victim. 6 Ks in 2 innings. Top of the 5th, 5-1. Twins runners on the corner, and Santana gets Mike Sweeney. He was also a 3-time victim. 2 batters later, bases juiced, and Santana gets Ibanez to pop out. He is 4-0 with a 1.25 ERA. He had a season-high 10 Ks, and the Twins win 8-1. Now, just in case you struggled with the math, here are the up to the 2nd stand.
Twins Angels, Minnesota, 627 runs scored and 627 runs allowed. There's Torii Hunter. What's he got to say about Edison Field? I don't care about the fans, the Thundersticks. I just don't like the rally monkey. Hopefully we'll get there early enough where I can kidnap that thing and hang him. Call Peter or Marlon Perkins or something. We have threats against the monkey. Then Luis Rivas thought he was hitting against the Royals staff. Off John Lackey, he hits a home run, his 8th year, 3-0 Twins. Bottom 9, Radke gets Tim Salmon. Striking out, Sean Figgins thrown out at 3rd. Strike him out, throw him out, let's order takeout. Twins win it by a count of 3-0. So all 3 of the principals in the AL Central race come away with W's on Tuesday. Sox going to send Bartolo Colon to face David Wells at Yankee Stadium on Wednesday. Nice matchup there. Daryl May on the mound for the Royals against Tejas, and the Twins will send Kenny Rogers to the bump against the Angels. Twins Angels, bottom 1, no score. Kenny Rogers pitching to Eric Owens. Rogers, 2-time Gold Glove winner, last 3 years. That time throws it away. Sean Figgins would score 1-0 Anaheim. Now, look how the traditional Minnesota is written across the jersey at this point in the game. Road game, you want to let the other teams' fans know where you're from. He switches to the Twins model of the road jersey. He's down 3-1 in the 4th. Owens Little flare. Torii Hunter got that. And then doubles off Rob Quinlan. Good fortune with Twins written on the jersey. Benji Molina in a 3-3 game. Crunch me. Molina's 12th, 4-3 Anaheim. And perhaps there was a costume change. Yeah, there it is. Rogers back to that Minnesota jersey. Don't know what happened. Bottom 7, 4-4 Taiwan. Juan Rincon. I'm not really sure what he has across his chest. Not an S. Wasn't working. Scott Spezio, his 13th. 5-4. That's your winning run. Anaheim, victory. Some ground. White Sox Royals win again, so they stay 1-2 in the AL Central race.
Twins and Angels as we keep it in the Central, and top of the 6th, Twins up 2-1. Jeff Devan and races in to make the shoestring catch. Top 10 nominee. Top of the 8th, Ortiz facing Luis Rivas. Rivas tries to bunt, pops it foul. 2 pitches later, Rivas tries to bunt, pops it up down the line. Adam Riggs can't make the catch. Take another look. Next pitch, the 2-2. Rivas squares, but it's outside for a ball. So finally, full count, hits one to left center. He finally swings away. He finally delivers. Can't believe it. Twins win 6-1. So what does it all mean? Well, here to clear up any confusion are your Central standings, and it's a dead heat between Kansas City and Chicago. Meanwhile, the Twins just a game and a half back.
Twins began the night just a game and a half out of first. They were in Texas Friday. Twins reliever Carlos Pulido, his first big league appearance since August of '94. He pitched in China, Japan, Mexico. Look at that. Pulido goes 2 scoreless innings with that K. Top 8, Twins down 5-3, 1 on 2 out. Doug Minkiewicz. Minkiewicz had 4 hits. Shannon Stewart is going to beat the throw home. So the Twins are making this a game down 5-4. Oral Hershiser comes to the mound, not to pitch, just to talk to Thompson as he stays in. Matthew LaCroix walking. Buck Showalter now takes Thompson out. Next batter, Jacques Jones. Ron Mahay walking Jones, bags full. 4, Torii Hunter. And Mahay is wild. Minkiewicz would score to tie up the game at 5. Same at bat. Mahay intentionally walks Hunter, bags full. Thompson can't win, and he knows it. After ball 1 to A.J. Pierzynski, Showalter takes out Mahay. Brian Schaus hits Pierzynski on a 3-0 pitch. Minnesota scores 3 runs on only 2 hits in the 8th, including 3 walks, a wild pitch, and 1-hit batter. The Twins beat the Rangers 8-5. So the Twins win and pick up a game on the Royals and White Sox, who both lose. Minnesota.
Twins in Texas, Johan Santana, 5-0 at August, top 1, facing Alex Rodriguez. And he gets A-Rod. Santana had it working. Bottom 4, Marcus Tim. Santana pitched 6 shutout innings before leaving with a left hammy injury. Top 6, Shannon Stewart, single, scores A.J. Pierzynski. They waived Denny Hocking as well. Everyday Eddie closed his 31st save in 34 chances, and the Twins win 2-0. So here's where things stand in the AL Central. Angels-Royals postponed because of rain. White Sox take a half-game lead with Cy Young hopeful Esteban Loaiza pitching Sunday.
Angels was off the charts wild. A-Rod coming in, had homered in 14 of his last 29 games. Bottom 1-zip Twins. A-Rod facing Brad Radke. I ain't gonna say that, but that ain't right. 2-run shots. His 40th, second player in Major League history with 6 straight 40 home run seasons. Be patient. We'll tell you who the other is shortly. Next batter, Rafael Palmeiro. Booyah! His 522nd career home run, passing Ted Williams and Willie McCovey for 13th all-time. I ain't done. Top 5, 6-4 Rangers. R.A. Dickey facing Dustin Moore with the bases loaded. Dickey walks more. Corey Koski scores, cuts it to 6-5. Buck Showalter wants Joaquin Benoit from the pen. All right, Benoit facing Denny Hocking. Benoit walks Hocking. Another run to score, ties it at 6. Dickey and Showalter need a hug or therapy. Trash. Bottom 7, J.C. Romero facing Mark Teixeira. Teixeira skewered it. 3-run shot. Texas's 2 through 7 hitters went 12 for 17, 6 RBIs, scored 9 runs. Rangers up 10-7. Top 9, 10-9. Jacques Jones fly to left. Shane Spencer, nice catch, but Denny Hocking scored, makes it 10-10. Bottom 9, tied at 10. Eddie Guardado facing Einar Diaz. Diaz, I'm feeling you. Rangers needed every one of their 18 hits. 33 combined hits total. Rangers win the game 11-10 with some drama. A-Rod, I told you only 2 players have ever hit 40 home runs in 6 straight seasons.
Minnesota in Game 4 of the ALCS got the start here in the bottom of the second. Strikes out Torii Hunter looking, and Hunter's still looking. Gets into it with Phil Cuzzy, the home plate umpire, and Cuzzy doesn't appreciate Hunter's attitude by trying to show him up and ejects him. Now Hunter, the charge has to be restrained. All right, let's take a look at the replay and see what all the fuss is about. Looks to be a pretty close call. Tough to let that one go. Top of the third, still 1-0 Angels. 2 outs, bases loaded. Scott Spezio hit .353 against the Twins in the ALCS. In this game on Monday, he hit a grand slam. 5-0 Angels. They'd go on to win by a score of 10-2.
Twins looking to gain some ground in the Central. Angels in town. That means Aaron Seeley, who usually loves facing the Twins. 15-3 in his career against them. That's the third best among active pitchers. Those 15 wins, the most Seeley has against any other team. So to the game, bottom second, 2 on, 2 out. Rookie Michael Ryan off of Seeley. 3-run home run, Ryan's second, but there would be more Seeley bashing from the Twins. Bottom 3, 2 on, 1 out, Matthew LaCroix. Opposite way, that'll score Luis Rivas. LaCroix 2 for 3, 2 walks and an RBI. It's 4-1. Next batter, Jacques Jones. Opposite way, double. That'll score Corey Koski, who was 3 for 5. 5-1 Twins. Next batter, Torii Hunter. Up the middle, that scores Matthew LaCroix. Both those guys, Hunter and LaCroix, 2 for 3. Later in the inning, bags full, 2 out for Cristian Guzmán. That's going in the corner. It's a triple. All 3 runs come around to score. Big hits, bottom of the order for the Twins. Aaron Seeley allows 9 runs, tying a career high. He's won just once in his last 9 starts. So, the White Sox, the Royals each lose on Tuesday, allowing the Twins to pick up ground with their 12-6 win over the Angels.
Angels and Twins provided maybe the most bizarre finish by any team all season. Grant Balfour making his first start with the Twins. Balfour, pitcher's name? Well, he didn't walk anybody there. Sean Wooten. Did he get it all? Yes. Shannon Stewart gives you the A effort. Watch this, off his glove, but it goes for the home run. Wooten 6th. It's a 2-run shot. Angels at a 4-0 lead. Juan Rincon against Tim Salmon with a runner on in the 7th. The pitch gets by A.J. Pierzynski. Jeff Devannon would go to third. 5 pitches later, strike 3, but it gets by Pierzynski again. Salmon goes for first. Devannon comes running home. Devannon safe. Salmon safe. Bottom 9, 2 outs.
And here's the pitch. A line shot. It's a fair ball down the left field line. Justin Moore to third. He's going to send him. He's going to try to send him. There'll be a play at the plate. The throw. Oh, he's safe. He knocked it loose. Safe. The ball gets away. Stewart's going to score. Twins win. Oh, my, what a finish.
You might see that a few hundred more times during this show. Shannon Stewart was the player at the plate who hit the ball. Dustin Moore scores, slams into Benji Molina, knocks the ball away. Stewart comes all the way around for the winning run. Molina, by the way, broke his left wrist on the play. The AL Central gets a little tighter.
Strikes out Brandon Phillips. 9 save for Gordon. John Garland allowed 5 hits and 7 into the third. He's 2-7 lifetime against Cleveland.
All right, so the Twins need to beat the visiting Rangers to keep pace with the White Sox, and they got Michael Young facing Johan Santana. Santana's been unhittable. Twins lead 8-2, bases loaded. Young hits him hard. His first career grand slam, and all of a sudden we go from 8-2 to 8-6. Same inning, A-Rod, an 0-1 fastball, or was that a fat ball? 437 feet, number 41, Major League leading home run for Alex Rodriguez, who always does well at the Metrodome. Bottom 6, 9-7. Matt LaCroix. He's going yard. The Twins are going to win 10-7. LaCroix 16th. Cristian Guzmán drives in a career high 4 runs in the victory.
So all 3 teams in the AL Central won. In the AL Central race, that is. Minnesota will send Brad Radke to the mound against the Rangers Saturday. Chicago has Lohse trying to earn win number 19, and Darryl May will be on the hill for the Royals in Anaheim.
There are teams chasing them, including the Minnesota Twins. Twins taking on the Rangers. Pierzynski against R.A. Dickey. Fouls one off, and he fouls another one off, and he had a case of the fouls. There are things you can do about that. Hit him straight. He fouls off 5. And then the next pitch, this makes him 3 for 3 in his career against Dickey. A shot into the seats. Twins up 5-zip. 2-run shot. In the fourth, Hank Blaylock leading off. Brad Radke. Fly ball. Actually more of a line drive, and Torii Hunter had to come out of nowhere. Twins win it by a score of 5-2. Since the All-Star break, they're as hot as Paul Konerko. They're 31-17 since the break. A-Rod doesn't get anything in this game. Meantime, on the other side, the offensive hero, and he's been that way for a while, Shannon Stewart, he goes 3 for 5 with an RBI. Look at his numbers since joining the Twins.
He has been terrific.
There were many who were critical of this deal. How does Stewart fit in?
Twinkies trying to hang on to their share of the AL Central, and it's drama building because it's the very rarely seen sacrifice fly highlight. Torii Hunter, Doug Mankiewicz coming home, and it's a big-time deal. It's a big-time deal. The Twinkies win the ball game like that.
Indians, Chi Sox, bottom 7, 2 on, 2 outs. Frank Thomas, I ain't gonna say that, but that ain't right.
He's killing the ball.
39th homer of the year. Before that, Big Hurt had been in an 0-for-11 slump.
Or not.
Sox take a 5-3 lead. They win it 7-3. Now listen and listen closely. With the White Sox in first place and the Cubs in first, this is only the second time ever.
Over here's sets up going into Monday. The American League, New York up 2.5 on the Red Sox in the East. Mariners trail the A's by 2 games in the West. Chicago, Minnesota even up in Cleveland. KC close behind. And then the wild card, a Red Sox Mariners pot of dew. Hey, forget the scoreboard watching. Twins, White Sox staring at each other from opposite dugouts. Bartola Clone 12-12. It's never lost 13 on a season. A couple of teams that are hot on Gardenhire's club. Twins, as you see, 32-17. White Sox 31-17. You add it all up, what's it mean? It means they're the 2 best records in the AL since the All-Star game. Bottom first one's in Chicago already. Bases Chuck Valentine. It doesn't have to be far to be effective. That drops. Frank Thomas scores. Carl Everett does same. 3-0. They would get 5 and bat around in the first. Top third, 5-2. Jock Jones a screamer, but Valentine is there. Look at him again. Some big air. Part of a tough opener for Jock Jones. Hauls it down and saves some runs. Top 4, 5-2. Man on second, Cristian Guzmán. Maybe this time somebody coming home. A rope down the right field line. A close call, but first base up. Jerry Davis has fouled. Gardenhire comes out. Yeah, and then he's done. Loses the argument. You look at it again from that angle. Could be, maybe not. In which case, you always go with what the ump says. Top 9, Cologne trying to complete the route. Here's his manager, Jerry Manuel.
He took his game up to another level, so you knew he still had something left. That's why you're not afraid for him to complete games, because he seems to keep something in reserve at all times.
Cologne 7 complete game, 10 hits, 2 runs. White Sox win at 5-2 and now lead the Central by a game over the Twins.
Sox, Carlos Pulido making his first start since August of '94, 9 years, 33 days ago. So what's the problem? Bottom second, 2 on, 1 out, Joe Creedy. Gets his bat on it. It's deep. Is it deep enough? Torii Hunter says, I'll tell you how deep. But wait a minute. He misplayed it. How often do you see that? Like never. Carlos Lee scores. It's a double for Creedy. Take another look. Playing cautiously. You saw it. Let's go to the 6th. Hunter. The nubber. Sandy Alomar throws at Corey Koski at third. Twins third base coach Al Newman arguing the call. Does he have a point with third base ump Jerry Davis? Take another look. Koski sliding under the tag. Should have been called safe. It's pretty obvious. Later in the inning, Pierzynski on first, also run on second. Twins sloppy on the path.
Usually the bat guy really isn't paying attention too much, not thinking they're a throw over. So, you know, if I wouldn't have got that, I walked next out, have been bases loaded. So it was a big play for the game.
Bottom 7, 6-2, Chicago. Carlos Lee. Carlos Lee. Number 28. His 100th RBI of the year. First time in his career he has had 100 RBIs in a year. 8-3 Chicago in the 9th. Justin Morneau. That'll score Denny Hocking. It's now an 8-4 game. Twins now down 8-5. Later in the inning, first, second, 2 out. Jock Jones making things interesting for Minnesota. Scoring Corey Koski off of Tom Gordon. It's 8-6. Twins now with 4 in the 9th. Next batter, Gordon strikes out Michael Kadire to end the game. The White Sox have won 5 straight. They have a 2-game edge now over the Twins. Over the Boston Red Sox. As we move to the Central, the White Sox hold a 2-game lead over the Twins. Over in the West, it's the A's by 2.5 over the Mariners. And in the wild card, it's the Red Sox by 2 games over Seattle coming in. Twins and White Sox. Johan Santana, the AL pitcher of the month for August, but he's got an 8.03 career ERA against the White Sox. Would that be a problem? Bottom one, no score. Runners on the corners for Paul Konerko. Santana gets him. Konerko was batting .329 after the break. Then Carlos Lee on the ground to Corey Koski. That's a SportsCenter Top 10 nominee. The great play in the finish at first. Bottom four, no score. Runner on first, Carl Everett. Not a chance. Santana went 6 1/3, 6 hits, 6 Ks. Top of the 7, 2-1 Twins. Runner on second for a midseason pickup, Shannon Stewart. Stewart, money, up the middle. Off of John Garland. Koski would score, putting the Twins up 3-1 on Stewart's second RBI of the night. Bottom 7, LaTroy Hawkins in for Minnesota. 2 on, 1 out, facing Brian Daubach. Daubach staying tough in the batter's box, fouling that thing off. A.J. Pierzynski picks it up, tags him out. Wait a minute. Home plate ump Ed Rapuano calls it fair. Daubach questioning the call. Jerry Manuel, I need a clarification. Take another look. The ball hits foul, but bounces back into fair territory. Ooh, I see. Next batter as the game continues. As it should. Roberto Alomar pinch hitting. Alomar, no. Hawkins is pumped. Why? The Twins are now back to within a game of the White Sox. Devastating news for the Twins. Joe Mays is not only out this year, but next year as well. He's slated to have ligament replacement surgery on his right elbow, an operation to be performed by Dr. James Andrews.
Twins and White Sox. Brad Radke, 3-0 in his last 4 starts, but this one didn't start so well for him. In the bottom of the first, Frank Thomas, 5 times now he's hit 40 home runs or more in a season. Top of the third, bases loaded. Esteban Loaiza looking for that 20th win. Doesn't look good here. Shannon Stewart drives it to the wall. Jacques Jones and A.J. Pierzynski score. Cristian Guzmán is going to score. Stewart goes to third on the bad throw. You see the ball goes off Alomar's glove by Valentin. Stewart stops, sees it, and races to third. Stewart makes it, and he would score on a Denny Hawkins sacrifice fly. Bottom of the 5th. Twins up 4-1, but here's trouble for Radke with second and third. Carlos Lee, fly to left, not deep enough to score the run. Next batter, it's Big Frank again, and the Big Hurt's gonna fly out to right. Radke out of the jam, the Twins out of the series.
Yeah, played some pretty tough ball games the first couple games, didn't get any breaks. Win these last 2 games in the series, because they come back to our park next week. So just to get in the split out of this series is big.
Radke, a complete game, his 4th win in 5 starts. Twins unbeaten their last 8.
Hey, here's some good news for Minnesota as they look to nail down this division. The combined record of the Twins' remaining opponents is just .375. That's a .375 winning percentage. Bottom line, they have the easiest remaining schedule in the majors. As for the Royals and White Sox, they still have to meet 7 more times this year.
Sox had a 6-3 lead. Kelly Wunsch comes in to face Johnny Damon. Could he throw a strike? He walks Damon. Bill Miller scores 5 walks in the 5th inning. 12 total walks by Chicago pitchers in the loss.
How about the Twins and the Indians? Kenny Rogers 9-12 in his career against the Tribe, tied for the most losses against any team. Bottom 5th, it's 2-0 with a couple on. Johnny Peralta is out there, and so is our man. Oh, no. Torii Hunter actually couldn't catch up with 1-3-2, but Casey Blake's going to find out that Hunter, he's got range in the 7th.
Did he get it? Did he get it? He's got it!
Oh, my goodness.
Torii Hunter with a great catch. Robbing
4-2 Indians, and our man Hunter makes sure it wasn't more. There you see now on the left, Peralta, that was bad. On the other side, Blake, good. Top 9, nobody out. David Risky pitching. Denny Hawkins lays down the bunt, and it goes foul. He would have beat that baby out, so he's got to get back up there, swing it again, and 2 pitches later. Dennis Lee Hawking, you get in this house right now. The double play, the Indians win it 4-3. CC Sabathia, 13th win, and baby is on the way.
White Sox, Twins, and Royals all lost Friday. So the picture in the AL Central remains bleak, but
With respect to Loaiza and Burley, Cologne's their guy. He gets Manny Ramirez to ground out to second. Manny, nothing in the game. David Ortiz flies out, 2 men down.
It didn't seem like they squared one ball all night long.
Right,
He was
7 miles an hour, in and out, corner to corner, pretty
tough to square.
Complete game. Cologne's 3rd straight complete game, and again, Jerry Manuel after, he's the guy right now. He's the guy we need to take us down the stretch, and he was awfully impressive Carlos Lee has 3 hits in this thing. He's one shy of 30 home runs. And again, the Red Sox fall to the White Sox. That may help the Angels, the A's, I should say, and the Mariners in the race for the wild card. We'll keep you posted again on that Mariner game. Now the Twins and the Indians in the American League Central. In this one, Kyle Lohse looking for his 13th win, trying to match his total from last season. Blake checking out. Lohse to Escobar later in the first with 2 outs, 3 outs. Go to the next inning. 1 on, 2 down.
Very nice liberal strike zone we have working here.
To the benefit of Lohse in the 6th, no score. Uh-oh. Cristian Guzmán, Coco Crisp. Oh, that's a good effort, but to no avail. Guzmán's first homer of the year and his 501st at bat. Torii Hunter, ding-dong, pitch dead. His 2nd home run in 2 days, his 25th. Somebody called for him to step up, and he's starting to do that. 2-zip. Bottom 7, Lohse. That's a strike in any zone. And then Travis Hafner. They didn't know it was coming.
Standing there and watching, can't hit the ball with the bat on your shoulders. That's what Bobby Bragan would say.
Ties a career high with 9 Ks, 7 1/3, no runs. Minnesota gets that 2-0 victory in this one. And give Kyle Lohse credit. Eric Milton is going to make his first start of the season on Sunday, so maybe the Twins getting a little better. Still in the Central race. And they, remember, have a bunch of head-to-head games.
Eric Milton making his first start of the season. Bottom 2nd, no score. Victor Martinez, base knocked, right? Maybe not. Dustin Moore was under it, but Mike Ryan comes to make the grab. Kids, remember, call for it. In the 7th, Johnny Peralta at bat, right center field. Well, who wants it?
Back goes Michael Ryan, shading his eyes from the sun. The ball hit him, carried right to the center fielder. Moore who makes the catch.
Look at it again. Ryan said he lost 3 balls in the sun. Luckily, this one found him in the coconut, bounced right to Moore. That's 9-8 in the putout. Twins win this thing 5-3.
He got a big old night. They lose it 7-2. As they did on Saturday, the White Sox, Twins, and Royals starts.
Let's go to the Central. Top 5. Cleveland up 2-1 on Minnesota. A.J. Pierzynski was hit by a pitch. That's why he's on base. Mike Ryan hits to a double play, but check out Pierzynski's slide in the 2nd. Really takes out Johnny Peralta. Between innings, that Indians bench got heated up over what appeared to be a real late slide over the bag. Buddy Bell was ejected by second base umpire Wally Bell. No relation, I'm sure. And Bell would eventually leave. Top of the 6th, Davis still on. Score tied at 2. 2 outs and the bases loaded. Torii Hunter puts one down the line. That would score 2 and give Minnesota a 4-2 lead. Later in the inning, still 2 out. Now 7-2 with a man on. Cristian Guzmán, a 2-run homer. The Twins score 8 in the 6th and win 13.
Browns. But how about the Royals? With their win, the Twins take over the top spot in the AL Central race. The Royals maintain their 3.5-game deficit. Yankees up 5.5 games on Boston in the East. In the Central, the Twins, a half-game lead on Chicago, 3.5 games up on the Royals. Out west, Oakland 4.5 games on Seattle. On the wild card, the Mariners a 1.5 games back of the Red Sox. Esteban Loaiza lost to the Twins last Thursday, trying again to become the White Sox's first 20-game winner since Jack McDowell in '93. Hot team since the break. Twins best record in baseball since then, 37-20. White Sox not far behind, third best record in baseball at 35-20. To the first, Loaiza would throw a lot of pitches. There he is walking Shannon Stewart in the first. 2 batters later, 3-0 count. Loaiza walks Doug Minkiewicz. Next batter, 2 on, 1 out. As you look at the pitch count, Loaiza walks Jacques Jones. That loads the bases. The Twins would score 1 in the first on a sac fly. Let's move to the second. The struggles continue. 2 on, 1 out, 3-1 pitch. He walks Shannon Stewart. Bases loaded again. 4th walk and 1 in the third for Loaiza. Next batter, Hocking on the ground. Roberto Alomar. Sweet play. And the finish, but Mike Ryan would score to make it 2-0. Check out the pitch count at the bottom of your screen. Esteban Loaiza wild. Cristian Guzmán scores. It's 3-0. Loaiza just 2 1/3 inning, 5 walks, 74 total pitches. What up, Jerry Manuel?
He might be at the time of the year where, you know, he might be a little fatigued and he might be somewhat tired. And that was just unfortunate because that's uncharacteristic of Esty.
Shortest outing since July of 2001. Bottom 3, 4-0, 2 on, 1 out. Cristian Guzmán about to make it worse. Carlos Carlos Lee. He's nobody, Lee. Carlos is a lot taller, robbing Guzmán of a 3-run homer. SportsCenter top 10 nominee, of course. Bottom 7, 4-1 Twins, 1 on, 1 out. Torii Hunter up. He's got 99 RBI on the year. Did I say 99? I meant 100. The Twins win, defeating the White Sox. What a big game, 5-2. Harold Reynolds, your insight. The AL hunt for October. Entering Wednesday in the East, the Yankees with a 5.5 game lead on Boston. Over in the Central, the Twins holding a 1.5 game edge on Chicago, 3.5 up on the Royals. And out west, Oakland pulling away, 4.5 games up on Seattle. In the wild card, the Red Sox up by 2.5 over the Mariners. So the Twins, winners of 11 of the last 14, looking to go up 2.5 on Jerry Manuel's White Sox. No score in the third. Mike Ryan facing John Garland. Ryan, he's been lifting. His 4th home run of the year makes it 1-0 Twins, and the over 40,000 were waving their homer hankies. 3-0 in the 5th, 2 outs. Luis Rivas running on the pitch. Play at second, and Rivas is called safe. Jose Valentin doesn't like the call. Take another look. It is close. And Manuel knows that would have been the 3rd out. Later in the bottom of the 5th, with the Twins capitalized, Jacques Jones. Blooper opposite way off of Garland. Rivas was score. Rivas was 2 for 3 in this one, and that would be it for a very depressed Garland. 4-0 Twins. Top of the 6th. Great Twins defense. Corey Koski, unbelievable play to Rob Maglio-Ordonez. Another look. It's a top 10 nominee. Great play by Koski. Top 7 White Sox on the board. Joe Crede. The 210th homer by Chicago this year. 4th highest in the AL. Number 19 for Crede. Only mistake really for Kenny Rogers, who allowed 6 hits and 6 in the 3rd. And Eddie Godardo, 37 saves in 40 chances, getting Everett to bounce out to the double play. The Twins move 2.5 up on Chicago. You know, Minnesota has the best record in the majors since the All-Star break. Hey, let's check out Thursday's pitching. The Yanks are running away with the East, that you know, over Boston. The Twins were in position to sweep in the White Sox. They came in with a 2.5 game lead, 4.5 up on Kansas City. And out west, the A's with a 4.5 game lead on Seattle. Wild card Boston with that 1.5 game edge over the Mariners. White Sox needing a win to pull within a 1.5 game of the Twins. Bartolo Colon hoping the White Sox avoid a sweep. Jacques Jones, he's a fly guy. 2-run home run, ties up the game at 2. Jones's 14th home run of the season. Twins fans love it. They got their Homer Hankies working in overtime. Oh, speaking of Homer Hankies, remember 1991? That's when the Homer Hankie was born. They ran wild then. Back to the game Thursday, bottom 3. Colon against Jones again. Swing and a miss. Jones again, swing and a miss. You don't even think about getting the heat by Jones for a 3rd time. His 8th career multi-home run game, 3rd this year, number 15 on the year. Fans, of course they're going nuts again. That guy needs a Homer Hankie. Top of the 5th, White Sox down 5-2. Runners on the corners. On the mound for Minnesota, Kyle Lohse. Carlos Lee on the ground. It's a 5-4-3 double play. Inning over. Lohse out of the jam. Top 9, White Sox down 5-3. Carl Everett at the box, and Everett pops it up. Doug Minkiewicz, he's not going to let a wall get in his way of making a play. Would you believe he hung on? Take another look. It's a top 10 nominee, of course. Tumbles over the wall, holds on to it. He also went 1 for 4. He's hitting 304. 2 outs. Eddie Godardo in, looking to put this thing away against Sandy Alomar Jr. Breaks his bat, pops it up. Game will be over. Save number 38 for Godardo. Twins complete the sweep. Kyle Lohse wins his 14th. Let's go inside this series. It's pretty simple. White Sox starters were hit hard. A combined 8.31 ERA and only 13 innings of work. No wonder they led for only a half an inning in this series. As for the Twins starters, they didn't walk a batter in 20 innings of work. Minnesota's magic number 7.
Eric Milton making only his 2nd start of the season. Good news. It's against the Tigers. And here's what Alan Trammell had to say about Detroit. We're out of gas. It's difficult for us to put together 9 innings. Wasn't it tough for them when they had a full tank?
He figured that out just now?
Bobble the second in that. Detroit baseball right there. Jeremy Bonderman doing whatever he can because he's back in the starting rotation. Unfortunately, he can't do nothing about that in the bottom of the 4th. Shannon Stewart, the RBI single. Craig Monroe bobbles the ball, and Guzmán comes or gets the 3rd on the play. 4-0 Twins at that point. Eric Milton dealing. He had 2 hits over 7 scoreless innings. His knee is cool. He threw just 77 pitches. Twins have won 7 straight.
Minnesota hosting Detroit. Twins have won 7 straight. Tigers have dropped 7 in a row. Top one, Shannon Stewart. A bullet to Torii Hunter. Starts the 5-4-3 double play. That's a glove me 2 times. And how many times you see a guy make a nice defensive play and then respond to the stick? All the time. It's called editing. Koski delivers a 2-run single. Rivas and Mikhevich score. That came off rookie Nate Robertson. Top 2. Nobody on, nobody out. Dimitri Young, liner. Johan, Santana. Young's frustrated. A lot of that going on in Detroit these days. Well, with the loss, Tigers must now win 5 of their last 8 to avoid tying the 62 Mets. They've won 5 of 8 4 times this year. Most recently last month. Twins' magic number, by the way, 4.
Bottom 3, Shannon Stewart. Hi, Chopper.
Oh, you're not supposed to really say it high. It's just technically a high chop.
Yeah. Stewart, 71 RBI this year. Twins up 2-1. Then Brad Radke was just ridiculous. Got Kevin Witt, Brandon Inge, Ramon Santiago. At least they all got the bat off their shoulder. Twins 14-1 against the Tigers this year. Tigers getting closer.
Yeah, Twins are making this a one-horse race. The Royals and White Sox just watching, like Tony Pena. They're battling really for second in the Central. Rondell White, his 21st homer of the season. 17 of them have come on the road. That's his 3rd with the Royals. Since September the 9th, Twins have won 11 of
their 10th straight. Here's their resume. They're Major League best, 43-20 since the break. They won 9 straight and 11 straight at home. They're averaging nearly 5 runs per game. They're most since '96, and they lead the Tigers by 49 games. And they're 27-9 since Gardenhire called their play embarrassing after a loss to this Tribe team. Shannon Stewart, who many of the Twins players credit with energizing them after he came over, ropes a double, Guzmán scores, and Minnesota's on top again. Top 4, Kenny Rogers in a jam. 2 on, 1 out. This will get you right out of a gym. Little 4-6-3. That's a pitcher's significant other. Top 5, 3-0 Twins. Rogers gets Brandon Phillips. Yeah, that's 1-6-3. That's also significant. In the 7th, here's Rogers again. 2 on, nobody out. Josh Bard. We mentioned that pitchers like the double play. Rogers, 8 2/3, gave up 1 earned. Jake Westbrook dealing. Cristian Guzmán. Bringing the big lumber. His 3rd homer, all 3 of them have come against Cleveland. Waving the white flag. That doesn't mean the same thing in Minnesota as it does other places. Everyday Eddie Guardado against Greg LaRocca. The Twins win 4-1. Little subdued reacts there as they await the outcome of the Tigers-Royals game. Needed the Royals to go down in order to lock up the AL Central. Mike Maroth and his 21 losses on the mound for Detroit. Tigers up 7-5 though in the 4th. Well, he's got Rondell White all picked off, and this turns. Well, that's why you're the Tigers right there. You got people picked off. It ends up being called a steal of home by Beltran. Royals down 7-6. In the 5th, Andres Torres. Mendy's the best, Jerry, the best. But Mendy Lopez can't come up with it. Ramon Santiago, another bunt. Now with 2 bunt singles, there are 2 on. Alex Sanchez, death by paper cuts. 3 straight bunt singles, all loaded up. After an RBI ground up, we went little, big. Craig Monroe, a 3-run job off of Chris Wilson, number 21 for Monroe, who has been a bit of a bright spot for the Tigers in a dismal season. 11-6, last out for the Royals. D. Brown won himself a slam dunk title once. At your ball game, 15-6, 10-game loser is over for the Tigers in Minnesota. Don't cheat me on the reacts. Combination of results, that gives the Minnesota Twins your American League Central title. They were pleased.
It hasn't been easy, but it's been, you know what, the last couple of weeks have been as fun as baseball as we can ever play, and our fans have been like unbelievable, and it's just a blast.
We never quit. Even when we're 7 games down, 8 games down, we never quit. We knew if we kept battling, we'd turn the corner and play the game like we're supposed to play it. And like I said, everybody was down us, and here we are. We're back-to-back Central Division champions.
Be the best, you got to play the best, and you know, they got a lot of history behind them. But you know, I like the way we're playing right now. We're playing tough when we need to be, and you know, just go in there if we have to, and you know, just play the way we have. Hopefully they'll have some fear this year. Last year they didn't. Hopefully they'll have a little fear, but you still got to go play. We don't care who we play now. We're in the playoffs. Let's go after it.
This is only the third time in franchise history that the Twins have finished in first place in consecutive seasons, and the first time since '69 and '70. Last manager to take this franchise to consecutive first place finishes, Bucky Harris of the 24-25 Washington Senators. The '69 and '70 clubs were skippered by Billy Martin and then Bill Rickney.
AL Central Division champion Minnesota Twins. They clinched on Tuesday night. They've won 10 games in a row. We flash back to 1991, the last time the Twins had that many wins. They had a 15-game win streak. Of course, ended up winning the World Series that year. Trying to keep it going, top of the 8th, 1 on, 2 out. Jesse Orozco pick up his 87th career win, second of the season. Dustin Moore making the play behind Orozco. We're tied at 2 going to the bottom of the 8th. Michael Kadire, a solo shot, get out of town. Twins up 3-2, go on to win by that. They keep their winning streak alive. Twins, because the schedule says so. Ron Gardenhire's Twins have already clinched the AL Central. He's going to rest some of his key players, Ron Gardenhire will. Check out the lineup for the Twins. Only 3 of the 9 position players played more than 100 games this year. Meanwhile, Johan Santana was bumped up a day so he could start game 1 of the playoffs against those New York Yankees. Bottom of the first, Santana against Omar Infante. Gets him. Then in the bottom of the second, how about Brandon Inge looking? Santana would leave after 5 shutout innings. Bottom 11, tied at 4. Shane Halter, a walk-off solo homer. And the Tigers win 5-4 in 11.
Tigers need to win 2 out of 3 against the Twins to avoid the 62 Mets record of 120 losses. 3-3 in the 10th. This is Lou Ford. And Lou Ford doubles to left center. They're going to wave Justin Morneau from first. And the Twins have a 4-3 lead. Bottom 10, Everyday Eddie. Andres Torres steals third. All those Tigers, they're being aggressive. That's what they do. Shane Halter's up there. And Halter, as the Tigers manufacture runs, they don't want that 120 loss deal hanging on them. Ties it at 4. Everyday Eddie blows the save but ends up with a win when Michael Kadire homers off Franklin Herman in the 11th, his 4th of the year, and the Twins win 5-4. So Detroit now with 119 losses. They are 1 shot tying the 62 Mets for the all-time mark, so they need to win only 1 of their 2 remaining games against the Twins this weekend to avoid becoming the all-time record holders. Alan Trammell says, I don't want it to happen, but I don't know what else I can do. I'm taking on the Twins, hoping to avoid history. Bottom 8, the Twins led 8-0. It's 8-6. The bases loaded. Carlos Pena a single, and that ties it at 8. Look at Ron Gardenhire. So bottom 9, still 8. That's Alex Sanchez on first. Takes off, beats the throw, so he is the winning run in scoring position. 1 pitch later, Jesse Orozco. Sanchez takes off for third, his 4th stolen base of the night. Winning run 90 feet away to avoid the 62 Mets.
Waiting on the 2-2. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. The pitch gets away from the catcher Bowen. Sanchez comes in to score, and the Tigers win. The Tigers, unbelievably, come from 8 runs down on a night when they face history. And they come away.
Last time the Tigers came back from an 8-run deficit, June 20th, 1965. So they rally from that deficit. They avoid the 120th loss. Now they cannot break the 62 Mets mark. They can only tie it, and that's something.
That celebration almost looked like the Cubs celebration, didn't it?
It was a fun game, down 8-0. You found yourself cheering for the Tigers, and it worked out.
Detroit Tigers, what a final week. This would send season ticket sales soaring, and they're having fun. Fans, 119 reasons to be a Tigers fan. We don't want to get to 120. Brandon Inge goes to right. Shane Halter was running. He's going to come around to score. Detroit efforting not to lose its 120th game of the season. To meet hook up the middle to center. Bobby Higginson scores 3-2. Tigers also avoiding getting no hit this season.
Yeah, thought that might happen.
Yeah, you did. Craig Monroe is just leaving. A 2-run home run to left. Tigers are all excited. 18,000 on hand. That's a big crowd by Tiger standards. 5-2. 2 on for Ramon Santiago. Save inning. Shane Halter ready to go. And here we go. He's going to come around. The throw to third will get past everybody. Brandon Inge is going to come in to score. 7-2 Tigers. It's contagious. The Twins have become the Tigers. Kenny Rogers now into pitch. Warren Morris to center. Alex Sanchez is going to score. The Tigers send 12 to the dish. 7 score. They didn't want this 120 losses.
No, it's a good thing that they didn't get it, you know. They still got miles to go, and I'm going to stand on the fact that they got to do some serious changing over there.
Miles to go, people. Tigers win at 9-4. Alan Trammell. You just don't even want to be associated with 120 losses.
No.
You don't.
But I think that it's great that Marath is the guy that ends up getting this win on the last day of the season, and I think they were celebrating as much to be happy that the season's over as they were that they won the ball game.
Clean slate next season, but Harrow's point is taken to heart. They have a long way to go. I mean, they could lose 100 games next year easily.
Easily. They're set to do that right now. I mean, this is a bad organization right now. I'm sorry. They've 5 years. They've stunk for the last 5 years. And they got to go ahead and ownership has got to step in, give these guys some money, give them an opportunity to change this thing around because it's not going to get any better.
The Minnesota Twins don't need a history lesson. They knew about their 0-13 record against the Yankees the last 2 seasons. They knew Yankees starter Mike Mussina was 20-2 lifetime against them. Said Minnesota's Jock Jones. The running joke in the clubhouse was, we might as well scrimmage these guys and get them warmed up for the next round because that's where everybody is putting them. Game 1 of the ALDS, Yankee Stadium, Mike Mussina. Yeah, he's good against the Twins. 3rd inning, no score. Mussina facing Cristian Guzmán. A little bouncer. Alfonso Soriano charging. Yeah. Guzmán is safe on an infield single. Next batter, Shannon Stewart. That's a single. Guzmán, who is running on the play, is heading for 3rd. This is what it's about for the Twins, making things happen on the base paths. Take a closer look. Aaron Boone is the issue. He got the throw in time. He just failed to apply the tag in time. Next batter, Luis Rivas in the batter's box. Rivas gets the bat on the ball. It's shallow. Bernie Williams will come up gunning. The throw, not good. The aggressive base running paying off for Ron Gordonhire's Twins.
We have to play. That's the only way we can play to win baseball games is run around the bases hard, take extra bases, try to do those things. We've been thrown out many times in those situations, but we have to be aggressive.
Aggressive they were for Johan Santana. 4th inning, the 24-year-old lefty, 12-3 this year. Bernie Williams. It's a double, right? Right? It's in the gap. Bernie tripped over the bag. Had to settle for 1st. It happens, but rarely. Next batter, Hideki Matsui. This is why it cost the Yankees that play, because Matsui just grounded into a 4-6-3 double play. Matsui's 26th double play hit into this year. Move to the 6th, Santana out with a leg cramp. Mussina still in. Matthew LaCroix on 1st. Torii Hunter. Bernie Williams said it just skipped by him. You know, he only had 1 error in 294 chances this regular season. LaCroix would score. Soriano, the throw, airmails it. So Torii Hunter scores to make it 3-0. Twins. The Yankee Stadium crowd stunned. 3-0. So the Twins call on LaTroy Hawkins in relief. Said Hawkins about Santana's early exit and caught the bullpen by surprise. You'd never know it. Hawkins was awesome. He struck out 4 in 2 innings, allowing just a hit. We go to the 9th. Eddie Godardo in. 41 saves throughout the year, looking to close it out for the Twins. Man on 1st, nobody out for Matsui. That's a deep drive. Shannon Stewart back at the track. That's an incredible catch. Why? Stewart was fighting off the sun and the fans who were looking to pull a Jeffrey Mayer. Great catch. Later in the inning, 2 out, runners on 2nd and 3rd. Tying run at the plate, Alfonso Soriano. Looking to keep it alive for the Yankees and does. Up the middle, Luis Rivas. Soriano legs it out. Williams scores. It's now a 3-1 game. Next batter, Nick Johnson. Guardado gets him to ground to 3rd. Corey Koski makes the play. Nick Johnson left 5 men on base. Eddie G gets the save for Hawkins, and Minnesota takes game 1. The story, Yankee miscues and the Twins bullpen. When Santana left in the 5th, Reed, Romero, Hawkins, and Guardado combined to allow just 5 hits and a run. Dating back to last season, the Yanks have now lost 4 straight playoff games for the first time since the '81 World Series. The Yanks finished 1 for 10 with runners in scoring position.
focused. Joe Torre would say, I don't think I can trust anybody more than I trust Andy Pettitte. In the first, he struck out Luis Rivas swinging and Doug Mankiewicz looking. To the third, Pettitte was working with a 1-0 lead and striking out Cristian Guzmán with a nasty-looking curveball. 2 batters later, man on second, Pettitte strikes out Rivas. Pettitte just the 5th Yankee to strike out 10+ in a playoff game at the stadium. Top 5, still 1-0 Yanks. Torii Hunter, he's going to do something about it. Doing something he's never done before, his first career postseason home run. And that's a pitch Pettitte would like to have back. Bottom of the 5th, still tied at 1. Runners on first and second. Brad Radke strikes out Jason Giambi at the high stuff. Giambi would be booed on 2 separate occasions in this game. Top of the 6th, still tied at 1. Torii Hunter, ground ball up the middle. Jeter gets to it, nice play, but the flip by Soriano. Taking a look at it, Jeter perhaps aggravating that shoulder injury, although he'd say afterwards that he didn't. He gets to the ball, but the flip over Soriano's glove. Later in the 6th, runners on first and second for the Twins. Pettitte still in strikeout mode, gets Corey Koski swinging to end the jam. That would be the 9th strikeout for Pettitte. Bottom 7 still tied at 1. Nick Johnson in an 0 for 22 slump, and Brad Radke hits him. Radke said he clearly took one for the team. Ron Gardenhire said he thought the long break for God Bless America during the 7th inning stretch really affected Radke. So Radke was out, LaTroy Hawkins in. He got the win in Game 1. He wouldn't have the same kind of success in Game 2. With Johnson on second, Soriano the base hit. Yankees had a 2-1 lead. Next batter, it's Jeter time. High chopper off the plate, back to Hawkins. Wild throw to first, gets away. Soriano will go to third, and Jeter will pull into second. The next batter with a 1-2 count. First base is open. They're going to pitch to Giambi. He said he'd go from 0 to hero real quick. That's the great thing about this game. The base hit, 2-run score, and the Yanks had a 4-1 lead. Hawkins faced 3 batters, gave up 2 hits, an earned run. There was the error. And as for Gardenhire, did he consider walking Giambi, leaving Radke in?
Yeah, I considered everything, but you just start looking down the lineup, and they've just got so many hitters there. You start thinking, can I get a double play here? Should I bring in a left-hander? Hawkins is my best pitcher.
Speaking of best pitchers, Joe Torre can turn to Mariano Rivera. He did in the 8th. This is with 2 outs in the 9th. A.J. Pierzynski, the liner, back to him. Rivera pitched 2 perfect innings, and the Yankees win to even the series. Pettitte earns his 11th postseason win. Get this, that is tied for 3rd most all-time behind only John Smoltz and Tom Glavine. Soriano goes 3 for 4. He's 5 for 9 in the first 2 games of the series. Shannon Stewart, Torii Hunter, they went a combined 4 for 7. The rest of the Twins, they were 0 for 25. So Rivera finishes what Pettitte started for the Yanks in Game 2. For Rivera, it's the 7th 6-out save of his.
Game 3 of the Yankees-Twins ALDS series tied. Minnesota at home. Nice homecoming for Twins third base coach Al Newman. Suffered a brain hemorrhage a month ago. Big ovation. But the big start went to Hideki Matsui. Shadasaki off Kyle Lohse, who's celebrating his 25th birthday Saturday. Matsui and the Yankees celebrating the 2-run lead. Bottom 3, Roger Clemens up 3. A.J. Pierzynski with some home cooking. Just his 2nd hit in 9 at-bats against the Rocket. That was a Rocket. It's 3-1. Bottom 4, Clemens. 10-2 on the road this season, making himself at home. Grabbing the Doug Mankiewicz shot and grabbing a top 10 nomination. That's worth another look. Look.
Oh, auto builder.
He's multi-talented.
Multitasking.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Same frame, 1 on 2 outs. Torii Hunter can't wait for Clemens to retire. 0 for 20 with 12 whiffs against Clemens. Those are regular season numbers. Postseason doesn't change anything, inning over. To the 5th, 2 on 2 outs for Michael Ryan. Pinch hitting for Luis Rivas, and we're not in AAA anymore. 7th inning, Clemens knows he has Mo Rivera in the wings, so he could really wing it. This could be his last game, depending on how this series goes.
What a feeling I had in my last inning. I think the 7th inning, after about the 2nd pitch, the adrenaline rush, I had exactly what I had in the 1st inning. Mel wanted me to empty the tank, and for some reason, my emotions and everything came rushing back that last inning.
You know, with everything surrounding him about today's game, how he was able to just stay locked in is incredible to me.
Clemens, 5 hits, 1 run. Rivera in the 9th. Matt LeCroy. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jock Jones, he'll strike out 2. Hunter will ground out to end it. Rivera's retired all 12 batters he's faced. Yanks retire the Twins 3-1 to take a 2-1 series lead. Bernie, 2 for 3 with an RBI. Twins batting just $179 in the 3 games. Rivas now 0 for 9 in the series, has stranded 8 runners. Game 4 Sunday in Minnesota. Johan Santana and David Wells.
8-2 in his career in the postseason. Big guy, big game. Guy gets Doug Minkiewicz. Michael Kadire not on fire, and in the 3rd inning, Luis Rivas air ball. 4th inning, we're still scoreless. Johan Santana did nice work against the Yanks in game 1 here. Bernie Williams nicks him. Bernie hit 400 in the series, scored Giambi 1-0 Yanks. 2 batters later, Hideki Matsui. All 3 of his RBIs in the postseason coming in the Metrodome. Byrne will score 2-0 in favor of New York. 3 batters later, Nick Johnson with the bases drunk, 0 for his last 15, but gets one down. Jorge Posada, Matsui score. Every Yank with at least 1 hit in this one. Bottom 7, 6-1 game. Now you just got to get outs. Jock Jones, deep to short. Derek Jeter, he's going to get himself an out, and it's going to be pretty. Defense saves you runs. Jeter is pumped, and did that, by the way, not wearing a tuxedo, which is nice. Bottom 9, 2 outs, gave White into close. Cristian Guzmán, the center, can of corn to Bernie. Yanks win at 8-1. Derek Jeter, you think he'd be used to this, correct?
Not this group. You know, this group right here hasn't won. So, you know, this is something worth celebrating. It's not easy to get to this point in the season, and, you know, we haven't been here in a couple years.
Wells and Roger Clemens giving New York the first ever pair of 40-year-old winners in postseason history. No Metrodome magic this year. Twins eliminated from postseason at home for the first time since 1969. In the ALCS when they played at the Met, Yanks advanced to the ALCS for the 6th time under Joe Torre, and they have gone